By the way, while I'm on that topic, Jim, you'd be nothing without me pushing buttons, and I do push buttons. I push all the buttons. I push your buttons. I push all the right buttons. I push Mill's buttons. I push your buttons. Let me tell you something, yo. Look at Rit. Even Rit's getting his grind on like he's gonna get some. Like, come on, old man. Sex. I'm not kidding, Sal. You're blocked, dude. I meant that. For the ones who get it done, Grainger is offering supplies and solutions for every industry, 24/7 support, free access to product specialists, and an experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call or click Grainger.com or stop on. My thanks to Jaquan Brisker, Joel Klatt, Rodney McLeod, Alvy, and the XR4 Ti. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. We're up.
Where could 5 Hour Energy take you? How about on a $10,000 dream vacation? Imagine visiting a sun-soaked tropical beach, a picturesque ski resort in the mountains, or exploring one of the world's most exciting cities. It's up to you. Just vote for 5 Hour Energy's next delicious flavor. 5 lucky winners will get the trip of a lifetime to their dream destination. Go to 5hevote.com for official rules and to enter. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes ends June 30th, 2022. Must be U.S. resident, age 18 or older to enter. Void where prohibited. Sponsored by Living Essentials, LLC.
DQ presents the sound of an all-star summer lineup. Leading off, the promising rookie, new Oreo Dirt Pie. On deck, the fan favorite Girl Scout Thin Mints. Summer standouts, drumstick with peanuts and cotton candy. And batting cleanup, it's you. With your red spoon and 6 summer blizzard flavors, official treat of MLB. All part of the new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup. DQ? Happy tastes good.
The Brian Bailey Show.
Ronald Vincent, the state's all-time winningest baseball coach, 7-1 in the Big Carolina 3A, 4A. How much better can this team be?
Well, you know, we've got a lot of room for improvement. We are not hitting throughout the lineup like we can, you know, like we have to. We're getting production out of this one, and then this week this one. But we all need to, you know, we start producing in every spot in the batting order. Of course, that helps.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Right here on Pirate Radio.
For dine-in or to-go, Familia is your favorite place for great Italian food and more. Familia has just launched a new menu featuring new pizzas like the Sweet and Spicy and the Southwest Chicken. Every Sunday, you can feed the whole family with a buy one, get the second pizza half-price special all day. If you need to unwind after work during the week, stop by Wednesday for half-price wine, and Thursdays, all drafts are only $2. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
Corey Glore. So this is an important series here in the AAC.
Tulane has continued to stress throughout the year about the goal is to win this conference and be an NCAA tournament team. Everyone and their mother here knew that this weekend was going to be the one to focus on, because if you want it, you got to go take it, and you got to take it from the team that's held on to it for, the last 3 years running.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Sustained effort and violence?
No, please. No. Please, everyone be quiet.
Was that supposed to be funny?
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
Cool, neat story. I want to shake his hand. 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 Family.
Let's get the pumping.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a lovely Wednesday in Eastern North Carolina. We are here with you for the next 3 hours talking sports on Pirate Radio Live on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Chime in there with your questions, comments, concerns, and we will make you a part of today's show. Like Pirate Radio on Facebook, and also subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube and be a part of our program. Coming up on today's show, our old buddy Mully will join us, hopefully in studio. I have a gift to present him. This stems from our Masters pool, which Mully is probably still a little sour about, but I think we are rekindling our relationship, and I bought him a gift as an olive branch, a make good, and I would love to present that to him live on the show. So we expect him to join us here in hour number one. Scooter will join us at 4 o'clock. Scott Rogers, play-by-play voice for ECU Baseball, will recap a rough one in Raleigh last night for East Carolina as they fell to the Wolfpack 12-3. We'll talk about that. What's coming up ahead as Cincinnati, a return matchup with the Bearcats. Pirates took 2 of 3 from them earlier this year, and they'll try to win that series and sweep that series this weekend at Clark LeClaire. Patrick Mason will join us to talk some Pirate baseball and some MLB coming up at around 4:25. And Stephen Igoe will talk all things ECU athletics coming up at 5 o'clock. Where are the Pirates as far as an at-large? In bracketology, I've got them out, and like out. But people that actually follow it and know what's going on think the Pirates still have a shot. So we'll talk about that with Igoe coming up later on in today's program. We got Shirley Rhodes producing. We got the big dog, Glenn Griffin, here as well, and Chandler Honeycutt and CJ Schaefer right here joining me in the Pirate Radio studios. Hello, everyone.
What's up, Clipper? Hey, Clip.
Hey. Robert Matthews saying hello. Steve Hill says burglary, a burglary, and then a burglary.
I just wanted to see how long he was going to.
I would have kept going the whole segment if I had to. I was on a roll there. Susan Dean says hashtag hashtag Fire Matt Rule. And what was the other comment, Chandler? It was a question from Mike P.
Yeah, it was a pretty good question, too. I think I have my answer. It says, if you could choose, would you rather be able to hit a baseball like Acuna or dunk like Ja Morant? And we saw last night.
That is not a good question. That is an easy answer.
Dunk like Ja Morant.
Easy.
Really?
Yeah. What do you mean, really?
I think you can make more money hitting like Acuna.
My own personal interest want me to be able to dunk.
This is just me living the life I live. If I could hit a baseball far or dunk a ball, I would dunk a ball.
And if it's like Ja Morant, sign me up. Because if you did not see the dunk he had last night, it's probably one of the best you'll ever see.
I also had the game-winning layup. And, you know what? Let's start here. Shirley, do you have the Kevin Harlan cut from last night? I was watching the Pelicans Suns and on my phone doing other stuff, and boy did my ears perk up when I thought I heard Kevin Harlan say East Carolina. I'm like, why in the world is Kevin Harlan saying East Carolina during an NBA playoff game? Sure enough, he did. Shirley, hit that cut from last night's Suns-Pelicans playoff game.
On TNT, Trey Murphy, whose dad played college basketball at East Carolina, a rookie from UVA, is Trey at the line.
That was from somebody got the audio off television, so the audio wasn't that good there. But indeed, Kevin Harlan talking about Trey Murphy, who went to Virginia, and his father went to East Carolina. If you go to the Wikipedia page, I had no idea. Murphy's father, Kenneth, played at East Carolina from 86 to 88.
Was he pretty good?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you. Never heard of him. See what?
This is going to be like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but was that worth mentioning?
Hell no. It had nothing to do with anything.
I mean,
all he did was.
I know, but don't get me wrong. I am glad that he mentioned East Carolina. I'm glad that he said East Carolina. I'm glad he didn't say Eastern Carolina.
He went to Trey Murphy's Wikipedia page, went to personal life, and it says his father, Kenneth, played at East Carolina from 86 to 88. It was appropriate to nothing.
I don't know.
And I love it. It was great.
I'm glad that our name was said on
I'm ecstatic.
a NBA broadcast.
No, it's got to be the first time ever Kevin Harlan has said it during a basketball game. He's probably called football games with Pirates in it before. But, man, hearing that on TNT last night was shocking.
Perk your ears up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of
hearing East Carolina on an NBA broadcast, a little bit, if any. In terms.
I do love that Jerry Stackhouse's comment about Kinston has become a thing. About how there's no puppies in Kinston, only big dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that that's the thing. I want that on the shirt. Pretty bad.
Well, you know what? I know a shirt guy.
I've heard I design shirts.
I know a company that makes shirts. I know a guy that makes graphics to put on those shirts.
I've heard of them.
I'll set you up with
Nice. Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, that's a good idea. I like it. All right. I guess we shouldn't stall. We should just talk about the loss last night. CJ, you were there to witness it.
I guess.
I did not witness it. I didn't watch it. I followed it. I'm just not a baseball guy.
As you're wearing a Braves shirt and a D.H. Conley baseball hat.
Well,
I'm a Braves guy.
When you're winning, I mean, it's not that hard.
And I'm an ECU guy. But, man, baseball, I don't know.
That was rough. It made it a little more rough that we had, I think we out-hit them, or I think there was like a one-hit difference. Chandler, you good? Sorry. There was like a one-hit difference between ECU and NC State, and they got the runs across, and we didn't.
12-3, and this is not like fluff purple glasses radio or anything, but like, didn't it feel like, I guess until the granny,
it was closer than 12-3.
In striking distance?
Yes,
because the Pirates kept getting guys on base.
That's why when
it was 6-3 late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When CJ Boyd came out to pitch the eighth, that kind of raised some eyebrows, especially after you give up the grand slam, and then in comes Danny Beal, who I thought was going to be the person that came out for the eighth.
Yeah.
Because if you keep it in striking distance, I mean, of course, you're not likely to tie the game at that point, but there's always that chance.
Yeah. Well, one thing that did happen last night, Zach Agnos hit a home run. It was Monday on Pirate Radio Live, where Zach Agnos told us he was going to hit 3 home runs this week. And then Chandler followed that up Not only do we know how many home runs he's going to hit, Chandler knows the days he's going to hit them. He said Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. Well,
off to a good start.
Step one, complete, Chandler.
Yep.
You got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I am feeling pretty good. But if he hits 2 on Friday, I'm going to be really mad.
That's pretty what I'm shooting for. It's the only result I want. 2 on Friday.
Why? Why would you want that?
I just want you to be wrong.
Okay. Well, that is a shame because I respect you, big dog. And
I mean, as a friend, I want you to be wrong just so I can bag on
that
you.
That is a shame because I respect you, big dog.
But no, so yeah, off to a good start and hit it exactly where he hit 2 this weekend, straight dead center field.
Well, he told us on Monday that he doesn't pull home runs. He either hits them to center or right center.
And he did say that the next time he would call a shot, because he was telling us the story of telling the bat boy, which is named Easton, that he was, hey, get ready to pick up the bat. This was over the weekend.
Yeah.
Get ready to pick up the bat. I am going, or don't pick up the bat because I'm going to pick it up. I'm about to hit a home run. He did say the next time he was going to call a shot like Babe Ruth. I hope he probably didn't do that.
I don't think he should.
I cannot imagine Cliff Godwin.
Nah, he's not going to be a fan. Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, Zach Agnos, 3 home runs in the last 3 games. So he's off to a off to a good week with the home run last night.
CJ, so pitching the main issue and hitting with runners on base last night.
I would say hitting with runners on base. The pitching, I mean,
how many did they leave total, Chandler? Did I just see 14?
14 total runners left on base last night. Yeah,
a lot of those early, right?
Yes,
the first half of the game.
Very first inning, we got the bases loaded. I know. Who was it? Clonch with an RBI single. You ended up having the bases loaded there, and you left all those guys on base to start the game. And then State does this very same thing, except they get those guys in, and next thing you know, they're up 4-1 after 1 inning.
Redbeard says, speaking of Zach Agnos, give me the money, let me bash the hell out of the baseball.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me that big fat baseball contract. Where
y'all are taking this question wrong. It's not like
I'm not trying to mess up my knees, jumping to the ceiling.
Glenn. All right,
this is a one-time event.
You wake up today and you can hit a baseball like Ronald Acuna. I'm sorry, but you're not going to be picked up by a major league team. You can hit a baseball far. Maybe you can enter like some local home run derbies.
I feel like we can make a hustle with it.
And win a few $250 paychecks or something.
Wait,
it would be insane.
If we can dunk like John Morant, that doesn't mean that we can join an NBA team.
I know that.
So what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to dunk.
I just feel like
people are going to be like, holy crap, that's awesome. And I'm going to come do the show at Pirate Radio.
I'm going to go to Minji's every day for like 4 hours and do a dunk contest or do a dunk show. Be like, all right, I got to go take a shower. I got a 3-hour radio show.
I feel like if I can rake like Ronnie, then I'm going to get some something.
I don't know, man. You still got to run to first.
I know, but what if I'm just raking homers?
Okay, all right. This is a hypothetical question. And
I just think the money is more lucrative for a fat guy that can rake than a fat guy who can dunk.
I disagree. I disagree.
You're going with the freak show aspect.
Well, so are you.
A little.
A big, freaky, big guy hitting home runs.
People have seen Prince Fielder go yard plenty of times. He's never dunked.
I mean, yeah. True.
Who's the fattest dunker?
Oliver Miller.
I was going to ask, did the Big O dunk? He probably dunked.
He was tall enough. He was like 6'10". He had to be able to.
Yeah. Who's a good, short, fat dunker?
Corliss Williams.
Barkley?
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, prime Barkley.
Corliss Williamson's a good one. He was a undersized power forward.
Yeah, any of those dudes.
Glenn Baby David.
Big Baby
Davis. That's a good one.
Yeah, all right. Who's your favorite fat athlete?
Rest in peace, Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah, R.I.P.
King.
John Kruk.
King.
John Daly.
Cecil Fielder.
Daly is probably my top.
Panda. Kung Fu Panda.
Yes,
that's a good one.
There was the guy
Bartola Colon.
Yeah,
or just
Bartolo.
I was going to say Bartolo.
In any sport?
Yeah.
The refrigerator.
William Perry.
Yeah.
The Big Show.
Earthquake.
Vince Wilfork.
Man,
that's the top guy.
Vince Wilfork. I mean, everybody like
in the overalls.
That's what I was going to say. The heart, like everybody
no
appreciated
shirt under it. Just man and denim.
Everybody appreciated Vince Wilfork even more.
Man flesh on denim, Glenn.
When he starred in Hard Knocks.
Yeah. And was just, for his size, had twinkle toes. So, yeah, big man. There needs to be more fat basketball players. I guess the conditioning.
It was a thing for like a little bit in the mid-'90s where there was guys that could still like hoop. They were fat. And now they've conditioned us out.
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy...
Remember the point guard for UConn?
Khalid El-Amin.
Khalid El-Amin. Yeah,
yes.
There you go.
And a little fat, little chubby point guard.
Now, the guy for Liberty that you like so well.
Oh, yeah. Baxter.
I can't remember his name, but...
Dude, I fell in love with that guy.
He would run the court.
He was
like
taking the ball up the court and would basically just back the guy in starting from half court and lay it in. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Big fat dude for Liberty. Killed us.
I remember that. And I remember how big of a fan you were. You really liked that dude.
He followed me on Twitter. We're boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're bros.
I don't feel wrong in saying that like a Jeff Lebo wouldn't make the team now because of a lack of athleticism.
I don't know.
I'm just thinking of like some of those mid-'80s guys.
He was a good ball player.
That
I don't like doing that conversation, like the whole Bob Cousy thing, because I don't know.
Well, some of those dudes were still elite athletes.
I guess, but they were playing against non-elite. I don't like the comparing generation.
Sure.
But I mean, I get it. But I think you're underselling Lebo a little bit for sure.
I was just thinking of a somewhat white guy from
a somewhat white guy,
somewhat decent white guy from Carolina that made it to the NBA.
Ellerby
chimes in and says Babe Ruth,
fat guy,
fatty and stinky.
How do you know he's stinky?
Was Babe Ruth stinky?
For sure.
Yeah.
He was
a little bit. Definitely.
He was a cigar smoking, beer drinking dude that just could go out there and swat the ball all day long.
The stereotype is mainly true. If you're fat, you got a little stench to you.
You got a little stank.
Smell a little bit like sausage.
Which I love.
You got that sausage smell.
I love
that bacon
that sage smell, baby.
I love the sweet smell of sausage. Any other comments on Facebook, Chan?
Let's see.
We want to talk fat athletes for some reason on the show. I bet Mully will.
We got some Mike P. I know he's got some one-liners.
All right.
He does have that question. He says, I'm not asking what you'd rather do for a living.
Exactly, Mike. I know. I got it.
It's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing.
Good call, Robert Trailer. The tractor
rest
trailer.
in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace. And
Trey said, Mike beat me. I was thinking Robert Tractor Trailer.
You don't know who that is, do you? Michigan guy. Played in the NBA.
Big Poppy.
Yeah. He could stroke it.
Yeah.
Can Ben Roethlisberger count as my favorite? He's a fat athlete.
That's a good one.
I tell you what, he's got a big old fat face.
Only like early career drinking problem Ben counts, really.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, but he was in good shape then, though. When he had like the chin strap, the thin.
Yeah, I just want scumbag.
He was always overweight, and he moved wildly well for somebody his size.
When it comes to former Pirates, I like to think of Terry Williams, Swamp Monster,
Linville Joseph.
When it comes to baseball, like maybe like a Kyle Roller.
Yeah,
Kyle Roller is probably number one.
Chase McDonald,
Dink Peters in basketball for you old timers. You're just thinking of hefty first basemen at this point.
I just named two. That's the only ones I could think of. Because then you think of like Bryce Harmon, who was tall and lanky.
Brickhouse was not fat.
Nah, he was more of had a little nice build.
We're celebrating the fat. Steve Hill says Don Terry Poe.
Oh.
A lot of those D tackles you could name. All right. Good discussion. Sean Gilbert, Sam Adams, the keg, the football player. Big guy, big fat guy. BFG. What else? State beat ECU last night in baseball.
12-3. Final score.
No other comments on that?
Don't want to talk about it.
We got some news.
Uh-oh.
Redbeard says Tony Stewart before he lost weight.
All right, Redbeard.
Kind of hard to be a fat NASCAR driver. You got to get through the window, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Chubby Tony, though, was a thing.
If you were a fat driver and were like a really, really good skilled driver, could they open a door for you?
If you're like John Daly.
Is it against the rules?
If you were really that good, yeah, they would have to bend the rules.
But then the weight of the car changes because you've got to.
Oh, yeah.
That's the issue.
All right, so there it is. Tony Stewart wasn't too fat then. He won a lot still.
Would it affect the weight, if you cut before the race, you cut the door open, the guy gets in and you weld it back on.
It's a little extreme. A little extreme.
I guess you'd have to go back through the pre-race.
If you've got to use the jaws of life to get you out in a wreck, I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's going to pass inspection.
Oh, man. John Kruk says, Hobo Man. Yeah, Kruk was my first one. That was my first thought. A lot of good fat
Kirby
first.
Puckett.
Kirby was a chubby guy. I hate Kirby Puckett.
I know.
But that's more of a
that
Braves
one World Series
thing.
Yeah.
I got a submission.
Tony Gwynn. Great.
I was about to say Tony Gwynn.
Chubby.
And a multi-sport athlete.
The guy from Louisiana Tech, Kenneth Lofton.
Oh, yeah. Watched him in the Conference USA tournament. He's a very skilled guy. Have you seen him, Glenn? You would like him.
No.
Big fat guy.
I
Real
like
good.
it. I like it.
Lofton from Louisiana Tech. Good call. Tell us your favorite fat athletes, and we'll talk about them on the show. All right, let's talk about some traders to American. If you don't like American, you can get out.
Get out.
And that's exactly what's happening with some teams, including Cincinnati, UCF, and Houston. And a couple of things here. First, we saw from John Rothstein, this is April. Houston, Cincinnati, UCF are planning to join the Big 12 for the 23-24 academic year. It is 2022. We'll have a football season of 2022. We'll have a basketball season 22 to 23, and then baseball 23. So if they join the 23-24, that means we'll have one more year of each, right?
Yeah.
Including baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
Next year.
One more full season of each.
Correct. Okay. 10-4. Wanted to run that through my own brain. Nicole Auerbach, who covers college athletics, says Mike Oresco has a quote, "No agreement has been reached to permit the three to leave early. Our negotiations are continuing." She says the exit has not been finalized. Oresco said it has been an amicable process thus far.
Got to lawyer up and pay up.
What's the original leave date? I guess that would be 24, 25?
That's what I thought was
like
originally
the
said.
original
Yeah.
big date that was
And I guess they're changing it.
Trying to go a year early?
I guess.
So
everything's a mess.
And like in college sports?
Yeah.
Mark Emmert's leaving. There's going to be, everybody is now thinking there's going to be this massive change, maybe split in college athletics.
A D1, D2 again almost.
Right.
And that's what Swarbrick says at Notre Dame.
Not good for East Carolina, probably.
No, we're going to be on the D2 side of that when that happens.
So, I don't know.
And you merge the ACC, the SEC, and the Big Ten into one gigantic super conference.
Kind of a be careful what you wish for situation.
Ooh. Yep. Sorry to go back to the fat people again, but my buddy Tim, who is listening, he says, who is also a fellow Panther fan, Mike Tolbert.
Yeah, great man. I used to love watching him rumble in the days with the Chargers and then eventually with the Panthers.
Good call, Timbo.
Maurice Jones-Drew wasn't fat, but he had some fat.
He was a bowling ball.
He had some fat legs. His thighs. He had them thunder thighs.
He was Nigerian nightmare-ish.
Oh, Christian Okoye.
Yes.
Okay. Ellerby says, let's go to the world of boxing. Butterbean. Butterbean's a good one.
Brawl for all champion.
Yeah.
Good call there. Who else runs with the ball this fat?
Ron Dane did.
He was a big guy at Wisconsin and with the Giants.
Was it like Alfred Morris, kind of a bigger dude?
Nah, not really.
Mike Allstott.
He was more.
I was thinking Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
But
sure.
he was
more.
He was stocky.
Yeah, I was thinking he was more stocky.
They
than
would
fat.
put also they have work done, but when they'd have goal line situations, they'd go Lorenzo Neal,
Yeah,
at
go real
fullback
big.
and Allstott at tailback.
Real big.
That is beef, man. And they had some good games with the with Washington back in the day with Allstott. All right, so anyway, yeah, a lot of changes coming in college athletics, including conference affiliation, with those three teams set to leave the American. Let's take a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck.
Dub up.
Some day baseball. The Cardinals up on the Mets 8-4 in the sixth inning. White Sox, excuse me, have really struggled but they are beating the Royals 3-0. We'll talk to White Sox fan Patrick Mason coming up later on in the show. Last night in basketball, the Heat closed out the Hawks 97-94. They did it without Jimmy Butler and without Kyle Lowry. The Grizzlies beat the Timberwolves on a Ja Morant layup, 111-109. That series 3-2 Memphis. And the Suns take a 3-2 series lead over the Pelicans. Controlled the entire game in a 112-97 win. You got some big spreads tonight for the two games. Milwaukee, a 12.5-point favorite against Chicago. Ooh. Who's out for the Bulls?
Zach LaVine and somebody else
are out.
Yes.
Caruso.
Oh,
yeah.
LaVine with COVID, and Caruso in concussion protocol.
Yeah, I saw he got popped in the face the other night.
Speaking of getting popped, Chris Paul last night continued assault on the manlyhood of the NBA.
He hit somebody in the nuts again?
He kicked somebody. Just squared him up.
I was thinking, how does he get those posh State Farm commercials?
I know, when he has such a
jerk on the court.
It would be like if they had Pat Bev.
He gets so frustrated, like real easy, and it's Jose Alvarado guarding you. How
about back-to-back games? Chris Paul, the point god, getting 8-second violations because Alvarado is
garbage.
Jock.
Had him locked up.
That's awesome.
Well, he got in Alvarado's jock last night.
Literally?
With his foot.
Yeah,
It is unfortunate, but just another case of Chris Paul not being a good person.
Habitual crotch puncher / kicker.
We have a crotch stepper.
We have another entry, this one coming from halftime Steve Fuller.
Oh, yeah.
CC Sabathia.
Oh, yeah.
Good fat player.
Good call, halftime Steve.
Have the Hornets had any fat guys?
If Steve's listening, I'm sure he would chime in on that.
We had Anthony Mason, late career.
Yeah, he was chunky fella. Glenn Rice for
Al Jefferson wasn't fat.
George Zedek. Thinking like OG Hornets here.
Also tonight,
Grandmama. I mean, Larry was buff.
He was
Larry
buff.
Johnson was buff.
Nick's LJ was not as buff, but he was still pretty solid.
He was eating good on that contract.
Nuggets or Warriors tonight as well.
Jay says on Facebook, Gus Hill for ECU is a bigger frame. Also, the older boxers like James Bone Crusher Smith and Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes was real
true heavyweight.
When they would pull their waistband between the waist and chest.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Do you remember Eminem and Busta Rhymes and 50 did a diss track to the beat of Hail Mary?
Is this some
it was about Ja Rule, yeah. But
we're talking about 90s mixtapes now on the show.
50 Cent had a line that said, he was talking about Earl. Is that Ja Rule's name?
Earl, his first name.
Maybe. But he said, Earl looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. So, good submission. Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. Steve Hill says Butterbean, which we had talked about a moment ago.
Chad Moore says, what about a fat quarterback? Jared Lorenzen is the first person I said.
Keep up, guys. Damn.
Come on, Chad.
Come on, Chad.
Hey, did anybody say Bartolo Colon?
Yes, CJ.
Whoa.
Sam Perkins. Not mentioned, but a good fat guy in the late 90s.
So Sam Perkins on his 20th NBA season had these weird
dreads.
Were they cornrows?
Cornrow dreads. We're talking about Seattle Sam.
And sometimes would just puff it. He didn't care. Like he would get high before the game.
Oh, he was one of the original.
Just shooting left-handed fat threes.
Once Sam Perkins went out to the West Coast, he found his muse, I guess.
Good one, Steve Hill. David Wells.
Here's another Perkins. Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, he was pretty fat. All right, we'll see if Mully's got any fat athletes for us. Maybe some in the golf world. Craig Stadler, the Walrus, maybe.
The Walrus.
He's kind of fat.
He's looking at us right now with disgust.
Because he's looking at a bunch of fat guys in here. I have a gift for Mike Mullis. I will shower him with a gift when we return. That didn't sound good, did it? On Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. We're back with you after this.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above. At Jersey Mike's, We take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice.
Yes.
But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because Slice to Order makes a sub above.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local US Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Bring the bright, fresh colors of spring home during Bostic Sugg Furniture's signature Spring Styles event. A little style here, a little color there. Make any room come alive for less. We have so many beautiful ways to refresh your home at savings that look good in any season. Plus, 6 months special financing. Pamper yourself with a new Serta or Restonic mattress and enjoy 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase during the signature Spring Styles event. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio, perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's Day. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, thank you, Shirley. Got CJ Schaefer, video production. The big dog, Glenn Griffin's still here. Chandler's still here. And Mike Mullis joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Hello, Mully.
Hello, Clipper.
Good to see you.
You too.
Mully, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. There are people I've met
Am I going to cry? I doubt it.
Nah. There are people I've met
I mean, really,
that I really respect, and that I don't care what a lot of people think about me.
Right.
But there are people who I would like. I don't know if respect's the word, but I want them to hold me in some type of high regard.
Sure.
You are one of those people.
Thank you, buddy. And I do hold you in high regard.
And when you're upset with me, it's kind of like when my wife gets upset. I got to do whatever I can to get back into good graces.
Okay.
I'm fighting. I'm climbing out of a hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a massive hill to climb out of after our Masters Pool debacle.
Right.
We've gone over that.
That's honest.
It's in the past. But to really seal the deal, I wanted to present you with something.
Okay. This will be interesting.
And I've got it. And I'm going to give it to you just like you gave me.
If you pour a beer on my head, we're going to have a problem.
I know that. We're not going to do that. Chandler, talk for a minute.
This is great radio.
Mully, I'm tell you what, this is something that you will be able to use. This is something I really do think you would appreciate.
Okay.
But here it is. Here's Clip Brock presenting the gift.
Dump it on the table.
That's pretty clever. Mully's tea. Thank you, Clip.
What you have there, Mully?
That is very considerate. Quite a
18 high quality, personalized golf tees.
Very nicely done.
So now when you're on the course, you're having a rough round, you look at that and you say, oh
Clipper. Good old Clipper. That's pretty good, buddy.
Here's the best. Yeah.
And they're clean green.
Clean green.
Sweet.
Environmentally safe. I don't know what that means. Now, what Chandler, what I thought Mully would say when he got them is, these are the worst quality tees I've ever laid out.
I thought you were.
These days won't even make it out of the bag.
No, they're nice.
They're nice tees. I mean, as far as tees go, they're incredibly nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, good to hear.
How about that? Maybe
and it does say
Mully's tea.
Mully's tea, each one.
So if anybody finds these, if they would return them.
Or they could become a collector's item for you at home. If you're a Mully fan,
they could be.
And you find one on the tee box and say, hey, I got a Mully's tee.
You know, if we were like some other shows, we would have these as available to purchase.
Pick up your Mully's tees now, $3.99.
T-shirts and, yeah.
Mully's tea. There's the next one.
Mully's
when I
tea.
piss you off, which is going to happen again.
Yep.
The next one, I'm going to have Glenn make something Mully's tea. We'll do that next time.
Sweet.
So, Mully.
Well, thank you very much.
You got it.
Very nice.
And
it was not quite as dramatic as the dumping of the pennies, though.
No, that was an all-time move. Yeah. That was...
CJ, we're, by the way, we're off for wrestling on Saturday.
I knew that was happening.
We're done. I mean, we're still buddies.
And all that stuff about wanting you to respect me and all that really, I just get jealous.
No.
And you and CJ developed something real hot and fast.
No, man, I got into NASCAR. It was crazy.
For 1 week and wrestling.
Yeah.
Can we at least agree this is still all Clip's fault?
100%.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Whoa. Mully, do you know this guy? This golfer? We're talking about fat athletes.
Oh, yeah. The guys call him Barnrat. Because nobody can pronounce his last name.
That's a name right there.
Effing Barnrat.
Chad has a fat bobcat. In fact, unfortunately, he ate himself out of the league. Sean May.
Oh, yeah.
A monster in college at North Carolina. Yeah. But got a little too chunky there in the association. Mully, we went over a lot of names. You got any favorite fat athletes?
Yeah, John Daly would come right to mind. I missed the segment on it, but Daly, and you had mentioned the Walrus, Craig Stadler. CC Sabathia at one point was kind of a chubby guy. John Kruk at one point, had a little girth.
David Wells was a good one because he pitched a no-hitter or a perfect game?
Maybe both, and probably doesn't remember either.
Yeah.
I mean, but he was a big unit.
Yeah. Both of the Fielder boys.
Yeah, Bob Hamlin. You remember Bob the Hammer Hamlin?
I do not.
He was the Rookie of the Year in the strike-shortened season back in like 86 or something like that.
Bob Horner had a little bit on him.
Bob Horner was a chunky fella. Yeah.
I forgot to mention Kent Herbeck.
Miguel Cabrera has a little bit of weight on him.
Negative. Miguel Cabrera, you see him as chunky?
He's got a little bit of weight now.
I mean, he's a big guy. But
if you look at him compared to his rookie year in Florida,
yeah, but he's also 40.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think he's like these other folks were mentioning were fat when they were 25
in their prime
for the most part.
Did you like the way you had to like the way Cabrera handled everything? He was intentionally walked. The crowd was booing. He was telling the crowd, "Hey, we're winning the game. Relax."
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I mean, he literally plays baseball. Like I think he's very genuine. He seems like he's having a great time out there. I mean, I enjoy watching him.
And even after the game that he was asked about the situation, he kind of quickly turned it down about, would love to win the game first.
Right.
It just kind of tells you the character of Miguel Cabrera.
Yep, this is not his first day out there.
Yeah.
Trey with a good one. Eddie Lacy, another guy that kind of ate himself out of the league. One of your old Packers running backs.
Yeah, he did.
Big fella.
He did. Who was the quarterback? Maybe the all-time fat guy, the quarterback,
Jared
Lorenzen.
Yeah.
Did you guys mention him
The
already?
hefty lefty.
Yeah, and then he had his coach was no svelte fella either.
Fat coaches. We got Charlie Weiss.
Ralph Friedgen.
The fridge. Kansas.
Charlie Weiss.
No, he wasn't Kansas. Mark Mangino.
Mark Mangino,
yes. He was a big boy. Holmgren, big guy. Andy Reid. All fat team.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
All right.
I hope none of those guys are listening.
I don't. They probably know it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a fat guy. I can talk about fat guys. Y'all better watch yourselves. I'm part of the community.
I think we could all afford to drop a few LBs.
Absolutely.
Can you throw Manny Ramirez in there?
Well, you
like
never.
in the last part of his career.
I don't know if he was or not because he wore. See, he wore fat people clothes.
Yeah, he wore uniforms that was twice his size.
We're trying people in their prime of
well, I think we missed the most obvious answer would be Babe Ruth.
Yeah,
Ellerby chimed in with that.
Oh, did he? He was the first fat dude.
Oh, yeah.
And the greatest.
Could flat out do it. Well, he was the greatest until Shohei.
Johnny Robertson with Byron Leftwich. And
that was a hot take we'll get back to.
Byron
Leftwich.
El Amin.
Yeah, we talked about El Amin.
Byron
point guard from UConn. Remember him, Mully?
How about what was it? Glenn Robinson?
Big dog?
Huh.
He was never in peak NBA athlete shape. I'll give you that.
I mean, Barkley could Barkley, he kind of ballooned into being the fat guy.
Suns and Rockets Barkley. It's amazing to go back because I knew tail end Suns Barkley and TNT Barkley, but to see him with the Sixers and the athlete he was pretty scary.
Yeah.
If he was 2 inches taller, it'd have been incredible.
Well, he'd had a great career, maybe been a Hall of Famer.
He'd been pretty good.
Yeah.
Going Frank.
He did those things.
He should have played wide receiver.
He would have been a really good golfer. Oh, no, he's not. He's terrible.
Frank says Frank's got a good one. Fat kicker, Sebastian Janikowski.
Yeah, he and it stops there.
He had it was weird. He wasn't. I don't know if he was fat, but he had a belly. I guess.
Do you remember seeing the pictures of Andy Reid and the kick, pass, and punt?
Yes,
or whatever,
with 13-year-olds, and he towered over them.
That's Sebastian Janikowski when Sebastian Janikowski was at Florida State and in the NFL.
Yeah,
same guy.
He was also big on the smoking and drinking and those types of things. Fun conversation.
Yeah,
fat players. Did you see Mully the Chris Bassett? His comments after the game last night. So Bassett expressed frustration and concern for his teammates after 3 Mets hitters were hit in the game. And he blamed it not on the Cardinals or the opposing team. He blamed it on the baseballs, which he said are all different. He says it's annoying to see your teammates get hit. He said MLB has a very big problem with the baseballs. They're bad. Everyone in the league knows it. Every pitcher knows it. They're bad. They don't care. MLB doesn't give a damn about it. They don't care.
What these guys have to have something to complain about. All the time. Now look, there's not as much the seams are flat or whatever, but I mean it's just constant. It's guys play the game. And I'll tell you, it brings up another point to me, and something I was going to bring up anyway. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to the number of brawls that we've had this year, especially minor league baseball, and then of course the junior college dude in Texas that comes off the mound and spears it.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's what I attribute that to, and this may be a little bit of the old guy in me, but the allowance of the bat flips and the showy stuff that we've talked about before, all these unwritten rules in baseball were really one thing, and that was sportsmanship. And all that stuff's kind of been thrown out the window. Yeah. So now the game is not governing itself. These dudes are just having flat-out brawls. And I think the other thing we're seeing, especially in the minor leagues, is the lack of competent officials. We don't have the feeder system of umpires that we once had. So now you've got maybe younger, guys out there doing it, guys that may be a little in over their head. So I think we're seeing just a complete, total lack of control for the game. But I mean, I watched the bat flip last night in the East Carolina game. And I was like, man, years ago that wouldn't have been allowed. And I say allowed, it wouldn't have been tolerated. I can understand it was a huge point. Cliff puts a guy on in front of him, dude hits a grand slam. It's an emotional thing, and it didn't come across as though it was manufactured. It was purely emotional at the time. But those types of things you're seeing more and more. I mean, social media, all you got to do is just go to Instagram or wherever, and you're going to see a high school bat flip, regardless of level of whatever. You're going to see these dudes flipping bats and all. That just evokes emotion. And baseball's a game where you got a little bit of time to think about it. Next thing you know, something else happens, and now you've got you got a powder keg.
Yeah. But and what you're saying, the players policing themselves and everything. I guess some pitchers think it's okay because after a strikeout, they'll MF a guy and do their struts.
Again, that's part of it. That stuff didn't used to happen,
right?
But that is exactly my point. I'll tell you what, I went and watched a game this weekend at Guy Smith, and it was anyway, not to get into, but man, there was stuff going on that field that I have never seen. It wasn't Babe Ruth. It was two folks that were just using the facility. But there were things going on there that I just couldn't imagine has any place in the game. Oh my God, chirping and. One guy from one team it takes a really bad swing but hits the ball out of the park. He just gets beat, and he's a big, strong kid, and wind's blowing out. And the first base coach for his team is yelling at the other team to call the bullpen, get another arm up. Yeah, yelling across the field.
The first base coach.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there was a player that came in the stands after a fan of the other team. It was, and these are college age kids that should know better. It was, I've never seen anything like it, and it was a total distraction from what should have been a game of a reasonably well played game of baseball.
And I mean, you'd never see an MLB player go in the stands. Oh wait, did have a guy climb a fence the other day.
No, that's right. Well, go back a few years ago where it was the Rangers. They had the brawl in the bullpen where the bullpen was right against the stands, and it was in the field of play. And next thing you know, you've got a left-handed bullpen guy going in the stands after a guy. So I mean, yeah, it's just it's a bit out of control. I mean, how many times have we seen it in the NBA? And then we saw, Kyrie the other night give, with the double birds and whatever else. I mean, that stuff just, I don't know, man. It's all so bizarre.
I don't mind the flips and all that stuff, and I like players to not like each other on the court, but I wish everybody knew that it was kind of in the spirit of the game or a rivalry type thing. It's not like we got to fist fight everybody or throw stuff on the field. Like, just let them do their thing out there, and let's root for our teams.
Think of the rivalries we saw back in my opinion, when the NBA was the NBA, and it was physical.
They used to fight,
but it was fairly consolidated to the floor, and it was maybe the benches would clear, but there was never a thought of I don't think there was ever a thought of some of the things that you see now that are just almost vulgar demonstrations of ignorance.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of out of control.
Mully, we got to take a break. Can you hang out one more second?
Sure.
10 more minutes. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. Wrap up hour number 1. We'll talk to Scott Rogers coming up at 4 o'clock as we'll recap more of last night's game, talk about the Cincinnati series, and more when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
Pepper, oh no, they didn't! Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen!
Hey Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
It's bow time. Have you ever wondered why Bojangles Chicken Supremes are called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your 4-piece Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and your favorite sauce for dipping. Download our app to order ahead. It's bow time.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
The Wood Ducks are back at Granger Stadium this upcoming week versus the Carolina Mudcats, April 26th through May 1st. Join us for Thirsty Thursdays with $1 Natty Lights, Friday night postgame fireworks, Saturday giveaway of a 5th season pint glass, and $1 Bring Your Dog to the Ballpark on Sunday. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Hope to see you at Granger Stadium all weekend cheering on the Wood Ducks. Go Woodies!
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest news, breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner. Be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 55,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, I made Mully mad again.
all right,
that didn't take long.
Here we go again.
All right, welcome back into the show.
You know what's funny to me when somebody knows that they're asking things that they shouldn't ask or maybe have no business knowing the answer to, but then continue to pry and then wonder why their anger. CJ, what time is the race on Saturday?
I thought it was
wrestling. I'm sorry. Jesus, criminy.
All right, my bad. Now I got to go get some balls. Hold on, let me go to Amazon. Find some
Mully's balls.
Mully's ball.
Pro V's, please.
All right, Mully here. Scooter is in the green room. We're getting him all prepped, makeup and hair, getting him ready to go for his 4 o'clock appearance. Pirates lose it last night, 12-3, Mully. And we'll talk about it with Igoe because I saw him post something from, I think, D1 Baseball, one of the publications that still has them on the bubble as far as an at-large. I had kind of thought that ship sailed, but still a lot of baseball to go. They can
have you seen the conference? Anything can happen. I mean, it's anything's.
That's a
possible.
good and a bad thing, though. It's
Correct.
good because they can run through it. It's bad because
and run through it. That run through it is probably behind them a little bit with losing the series last weekend. But
the river runs through it.
Correct. What a great movie. I think anything's still possible. I know that they're gonna have to fight and probably not drop another conference weekend. I would think is probably a fairly reasonable expectation. But last night they banged the ball around, got some bad breaks. State's one of those teams, man. They are an emotional team. They always have been. And I mean, Tommy White's good. They can hit.
Holding them to 2 runs the first meeting might be the best thing ECU's done all year pitching wise because they score a lot of runs.
Yeah, they do, and they swing it top to bottom. I mean, the leadoff guy first pitch he sees last night, and he deposits it. So I mean, it's last night was kind of a weird game when you have I think they had 11, 12 hits. The Pirates did and manufactured 3 runs, and so there's just a ball that needs to fall or whatever every now and then. I will say I don't know that I've ever seen scoring happen as fast as it did in the first. It was almost like there was a tip or something that they were getting, like there was they had looked at enough video and figured out when his glove does this or a finger does this or elbow does that a pitch is coming. But man, first 3 pitches he threw were just laser beams. So but it's they're turning it ready in Cincinnati this weekend to see what happens.
All right, couple minutes left. You know what Mully hates, Chandler, when I ask him questions? So I think I need to ask him our questions of the week that we've been asking everybody.
Go for it.
Mully, what are you afraid of?
My wife when she's angry.
Okay. How about you've dealt with going under folks' houses and seeing stuff like rodents, snakes?
I'm not a fan of snakes, but bugs and
all that
mice and stuff don't really bother me. But the snakes now that's a different thing.
Let's see. Have you sang karaoke before?
I have.
What song did you sing? What's your go-to?
I obviously did "Friends in Low Places." That was in Pinehurst.
Walk-up song.
Yeah, I had a. You remember Big Dave Ebrins?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Big Dave did karaoke. Probably one of the worst and best karaoke performances I've ever seen. He did David Bowie's
Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
Ground Control to Major Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he did it in its entirety. And that's about you remember when OAR did Crazy Game of Poker that was like a 26-minute version?
Yeah.
That's how long it felt like Dave Ebrins' rendition of Space Odyssey was.
Tough to hold the crowd that long.
Well, we were over it. Everybody was over it, but he was having a great time.
That's all that matters.
All that matters. Moment of fame for him.
All right, what are the other ones? Anything strange in your fridge? What's the weirdest thing in your fridge?
Nothing stays in my fridge very long with 3 boys.
Good point.
Who would play you in a movie?
I have no idea.
Bald guy from Breaking Bad.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Michael Chiklis. Steve Austin.
You could go played Lex Luthor. Kevin Spacey.
I think he's been canceled. I don't know if we talk about him.
Pre-canceled Kevin Spacey.
I did hear you guys asking that, and I literally was going, who would I say? I have no idea. Maybe the guy that played.
Do you have an actor you like? A favorite actor?
Oh, yeah, like Denzel Washington, but I don't think he's going to pull it off. I mean, he's a hell of an actor.
I don't see it.
Yeah. I would say maybe the one that came to mind was what was the dude in the Fantastic Four that played the rock guy?
Chiklis, right?
Well, maybe it was Chiklis.
Bald, the Shield. Yeah. Michael Chiklis. Yeah, it's a great call. What were the other questions, Chandler? If you could go to any other country this weekend, where would you go?
Any other country this weekend?
Like you're doing a trip, a destination trip.
Gosh, I don't know. Maybe Ireland.
Huh?
We'll play a little golf.
All right. Gotta have some golf there, though, right?
No, I mean, and I just think Ireland will be and I've got friends that have gone. It's on my list to do, but.
All right, Mully's bucket list. What were the other questions, Chandler?
I can't think of the other ones.
Help me out. Do one good thing for me today, man, and pick me up here. Nah, not gonna happen.
No, now I'm trying to think of the good thing that I did for you today.
Well, we're still waiting on
maybe wearing that shirt. Because that's short.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Chandler's gone.
See, he got so defensive. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He literally bowed up and I offered him a compliment.
Thanks.
Because it picks up better. It picks up clips. T-shirt.
Oh, what did you want to be when you grew up? You've had a lot of different jobs, non-sports related.
No, I always want to be a police officer.
Really?
So, I did that for a while. So.
Did you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can see that. I definitely see that.
You're a police officer? You try to say that like
license and registration, please. You don't have any insurance?
No, I was a very try to look out for folks.
My uncle, rest in peace, was a very thin man, coming from a family of farmers. My dad tells a story where he joined the Winterville Police Department, and some guy on a bicycle, he was, I guess, drunk in public or something. But anyway, he poured gasoline on my uncle and said, "I'm going to set you on fire," and that was his last day.
That would be a good day to leave.
He went back to the fields.
Yeah.
Got back into farming. So,
yeah, and probably had a phobia about stopping at Speedway.
Did you have a story like that?
Oh, we don't have time for all that.
All right, we'll get
No. We'll
do that on the podcast. Getting to know Mike Mullis.
Yeah.
Mully, thanks for hanging out.
No, always good, man.
Hit him straight.
I will. I appreciate the gift.
Thank you for
very kind.
allowing me back into your life.
Yeah.
And hopefully into your PGA Championship pool in May.
We'll
still got work to do.
We'll talk about it.
All right.
Next time you play golf, can you show a photo of proof of using the tees?
Probably not.
Yeah, you're asking a lot at this point. Yeah.
Would you like to come out there and maybe you can document
I saw Mully last week at the Raleigh's Army tournament, and it was good seeing you out there. I do want to play some golf with you.
Anytime you want to play.
I enjoyed it out there at Greenville Country Club.
Yep.
So.
How'd y'all? It sounds like y'all did.
We did
better
okay.
than Team Pirate Radio.
Well, that wasn't hard to do.
Fair enough.
That was a pretty low bar.
All right, Mully, thanks for hanging out.
Yep, enjoyed it.
We'll see you later. We will talk to Scott Rogers when we return on this Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll recap ECU NC State, get his thoughts on that, talk ECU Cincinnati and more. We're back with you after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
The celebration is on. Save the date for Saturday, May 14th, as the town of Farmville celebrates 150 years with a black tie gala from 7 to 11 p.m. Music will be provided by the Raheem Walker Project, and dinner will be served. Tickets are $75 per person or $650 for a reserved table for 8. All proceeds benefit the Farmville Chamber of Commerce, and to purchase tickets, call 753-4671. Save the date and enjoy a night out on the town at the Farmville Black Tie Gala, Saturday, May 14th.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner, while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Coming up in a little bit, we'll talk to Patrick Mason of the Daily Reflector. We'll talk a little Pirate baseball, a little MLB as well. Quick look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Buck.
Buck.
Way to fill in, CJ. Well done. Cardinals putting it on the Mets right now, 9-5 in the 7th inning. It's White Sox 3, Royals 2 in the 7th. No score between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks as they play in the 2nd inning. Got Scott Rogers joining me here inside the Pirate Radio studio. Scooter, our kind of topic of the day. Didn't know we'd go this route. In fact, I can't remember how we got here, but who's your all-time favorite fat athlete?
All-time favorite fat athlete, definitely Bartolo Colon.
All right, there you go. I mean, and that's kind of a shame that we'll never see that magical moment of a pitcher hitting a home run again.
That's my only disagreement with the DH being the National League these days.
And of course, it didn't happen often, but that's what made it cool. When one of those guys would go deep.
Right, and there's so many pitchers too that can hit the ball very well, and you don't get to see that anymore.
Madison Bumgarner, of course, he's closing out his career. I believe he is the active leader in home runs amongst pitchers, but he is a great two-way guy. But yeah, DH all across baseball now. All right, Scooter, we'll talk about what happened last night, 12-3, NC State over ECU. And again, like, some people don't like to hear this. We are not trying to make it rosy and homerish, but the Pirates were in that game right until the granny happened, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, they were right there toe to toe, at least offensively.
Absolutely. The biggest thing last night for the Pirates was the amount of runners left on base. But I mean, you take that first inning out and the grand slam out, and ECU's right in to that contest. And even before the grand slam late in the game, they were still in that contest because I think it was 7-4 or 7-3. I mean, when the grand slam was hit, and so you take that out, and that's a 3-4 run ball game, and the Pirates are right there.
Saw Zach Agnos hit another home run. He told us on Monday he was going to hit 3 this week, so get ready for 2 more, Scooter. But he's found the big fly of late. And again, a lot of Pirates were hitting the ball, getting on, finding ways to get on. How about the offense as we head down the stretch here, Scooter? Who's locked in right now? Who's playing well for the Pirates?
I think, obviously, like you just said, Zach Agnos is one that's starting to heat up. Obviously, Lane Hoover still hitting the ball very well, and Jacob Jenkins-Cowart obviously hitting the ball very well too. But there's 2 names that it's going to be interesting to watch as we go down the stretch, and I think that's going to be Cam Clonch and Bryson Worrell, because they've been hitting the ball fairly good as of lately, and Bryson Worrell really been hitting the ball very good lately since moving in that lineup a little bit. But those are going to be some really key bats in this Pirate order to go along as we finish up conference play here in the next few weeks.
There's a freshman wall, a rookie wall we talk about. It seems like more with basketball and football, like Rajay, his freshman year, kind of got worn down, wasn't used to playing all those games, getting all those carries. In basketball, Brandon Johnson, great out of the gate and kind of slowed down once. So is that a thing in baseball? I guess, I don't know. They're definitely playing more games than they played in high school, but like JJC, you just expect him to keep on rolling at this point?
I would say so. I mean, it's still baseball season. Obviously, people can go into slumps very easily, but I think JC keeps it up. He's got very good confidence at the plate. He does not act like a freshman a lot of times, which is good for him. And, I asked Coach Godwin about him in our pregame interview for the broadcast down at Tulane on Sunday, and just talked about why he's been so good in his freshman year. And he said a lot of reason was because he's one of those guys, sits in the front row in every single meeting, sits there, jots down notes, asks questions. He's just one of those guys that wants to be a good team guy, and I think that's what makes Jenkins-Cowart such a great player on this Pirate team.
So it's no accident. He's putting in the work off the field, and it's helping him on. East Carolina, Cincinnati this weekend, Scooter, and saw Ryder Giles get touched up last week against Tulane, and we asked him about it on Monday, and he said part of it was he wasn't throwing as many strikes as he had in previous appearances, throwing too many off the plate, too many balls. Also said hitter conditions there in Tulane. So what did you see from his start last Friday?
Pretty much what he pretty much told you, didn't throw a lot of strikes as normal with him. And that hitter's ballpark at Turchin Stadium, my goodness. I mean, it was, I called it at one point off the air. I said it was Charleston on steroids because the wind blew out probably 10, 15 miles an hour every single pitch of that series. And obviously you see the amount of home runs that was hit in the series, and that's why. But it was definitely a very hitter's ballpark. But then again, Ryder didn't have his best stuff on the mound. But then again, this is a very offensive club in Cincinnati we're facing this weekend. It'll be interesting to see how he does match up against the Bearcats.
So you have to make the call off the bat, and we talked to Ryder. He said that one of the home runs hit, he thought it was a sac fly to center, and looked back, and Bryson kept going, and it was gone. Bryson Worrell said it was tough for him with the wind to kind of figure out, do I go in, do I go out? How about you? Did you have any mix-ups, the ball coming off the bat there in Tulane?
I had a bunch. But it's because, like I said, with it blowing 10, 15 miles an hour, you hit a normal pop-up, and if it's got any carry underneath it, it was going to carry out of there. And it was difficult to see that just because, too, Turchin Stadium a little bit higher up, too, booth-wise, so it was hard to tell on judgment. But there was definitely a few that caught me off guard.
You and Corey hang out? Did y'all do anything fun?
We did. Me, him, and Malcolm went out Thursday night when we got there, and Saturday night as well. And Steve Ullman actually joined us Saturday night as well.
Good old Steve. Did you eat some good Nolan's food or anything?
We did. We did some po' boy action on Saturday night. We sat at a restaurant in between a Nets and a Celtics table at the bar we were at. So that was fun, sitting in between those guys. But it was a good time hanging out with Corey, getting able to catch up with him, and we talked a lot about the broadcast side of things, and he gave me so many different tips to work on this year. And it was good to catch up with him, and it's awesome to have Corey almost in my corner in terms of maybe a mentor almost.
Yeah, that's great. And we talked to Corey last week, and he certainly misses the Pirate Nation, but he's doing a great job there with Tulane. Scooter, we've already seen Cincinnati one time this year, and every player I asked on Monday, what do you recount about the Cincinnati series? And they said, well, just, prepare for a lot of runs, right? Because they're going to swing it. Might not have the best arms, but could be some offense coming up this weekend.
Right, and that is a very offensive club in Cincinnati. They got 3 guys right now in the American Conference in the top 10 for average right now, and like you said, pitching wise, they rank last in the American in ERA right now. But that is a very offensive club, and we saw that up at Cincinnati earlier in the year, and it's probably going to be a slugfest at times here this weekend, just like it was in Cincinnati. But then again, this is a much different Pirate team that'll be playing this weekend than we saw up at Cincinnati as well. A team that's hitting the ball a whole lot better than they were at Cincinnati, and I think that's going to carry into this series, and it's going to be a fun one to see this weekend.
Scott Rogers joining us. Scooter, obviously we know what's going on in the American with East Carolina tied at the top right now. How about, do you follow the college baseball landscape? And I'd kind of written East Carolina off as an at-large, but there might still be time and opportunities to find themselves in if they don't win the AAC tournament. How much do you keep up with that, and what are the possibilities of that in your opinion?
Trying to keep up with it as much as possible, mainly following the American the closest, just because that being our conference. But with having Coach O right by your side, he's almost the go-to guy to talk about with NCAA tournament stuff. But he's pretty confident, if the Pirates do keep winning and get in that top 40 range, that the Pirates do have a very good chance of getting an at-large bid. But obviously you want to go down the Clearwater, win that conference tournament just so you can lock in that bid. But if the Pirates do pretty much finish out this season on the winning track, and if they don't win the conference tournament, at least go down there for 2, 3, 4 games, that's a very good possibility for the Pirates getting in. Their RPI, I'm not sure what it dropped after last night's game. I still think they're in the mid-50s or so. But you win. There's not a lot of RPI chances left in the American just because there's not a lot of high RPI teams. But that Duke and Campbell midweek games are going to be pretty good ones for the Pirates. Campbell being the best one. I think they're the highest RPI team we play the rest of the season. But you go in, and obviously Memphis, not a very high RPI as well, but that is a road series, and any kind of road contest is going to boost your RPI with a win.
And that RPI is a funny thing. As you mentioned, they were 51 or 2 yesterday, so I just looked it up. Dropped to 55, so a road loss to NC State doesn't hurt you that much. But you look at UConn, our old foe, 33-8, and they're at a 59 RPI. Old Dominion beat us twice.
Yep.
And their RPI is in the 60s, 62. So it's one of those things. The Pirates, like you said, maybe not too many chances to get those big RPI boost wins, but if you keep piling up the wins, especially they like road wins too, right? So got to win your final road series of the year.
Yep, and another thing you got to throw in too, even if we don't win the conference tournament, you throw in a possible American Conference regular season title at the end of the year, and that will help the Pirates as well.
Scooter, Scott Rogers joining us. He'll be on the call this weekend with Dr. Gary Overton as the Pirates take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. And glad to be back home in the friendly confines. You've been on the road quite a bit.
We have.
How are you handling your first year with all these road trips?
It's a lot. Obviously, I'm glad school's winding down over the next week and getting through exams and final papers and such over the next week. But once school's over, it's going to be fun just to be able to basically put all your attention on the broadcast, and much like a student athlete, not having to worry about school as well. But
so the players have tutors. Do you have an announcer tutor for yourself?
I do not. But, that's always a text away to Corey Glorious sometimes. but yeah, juggling school and this at the same time has definitely been challenging. But it's been able to work good. And like I just said, once school gets over and being able to focus totally on the broadcast, it's going to be so much fun. But going back to the traveling, it's been fun to travel and see so many different ballparks across the country. Obviously, going down to UCF was fun, and going to Tulane was fun as well. Just because growing up an ECU fan, you see the Pirates play there there so many times, and then hey, you finally get to go and see it. That's what's one of the most fun aspects, I would say, about this.
And you've been rating. You always take that beautiful picture on the road before the game, but also rating the press boxes. What's been your favorite away venue so far?
Favorite away venue so far, probably either Cincinnati or Tulane. Cincinnati had a very nice booth up there. It was actually one of the almost a major league style double decker booth where you could have had two different levels. And Tulane was good as well. And Corey will say this too. The only thing about Tulane that's interesting is their windows don't open in their press box. So, but thankfully they have a line going to their TV mic that you're able to plug into your board, so you do have the natural sound from outside, because that would be a awkward broadcast.
Yeah.
If it was just dead air with me talking a lot of the time.
Yeah, and I wonder what the lack of foresight is when they build something like that.
Right.
I don't know, that's strange.
I was talking with Andrew Sanders last night, the play-by-play voice for NC State, and he was telling me that High Point's new stadium right now, they played there earlier in the year, and their broadcast booth is almost in the right field corner. He said you cannot see home plate. There's a patio in front of the broadcast booth where people will stand up during the game. He said it is definitely the worst place to broadcast the game from.
Scott Rogers joining us. He'll be in the friendly confines this weekend of Clark LeClaire Stadium, calling the action. Scooter, we'll wrap it up with, we'll ask Scooter the questions of the week.
Oh, boy.
What are you afraid of, Scott?
I don't do spiders.
Okay. Does not do spiders. I remembered one question I forgot to ask Mully. What's your worst habit?
Worst habit?
Do you have any bad habits?
Probably brushing my teeth. That's a bad habit to keep up with.
You don't do it daily?
I do.
Okay.
Twice a day, I should say.
Twice a day?
That's a bad habit.
All right, fair enough. If you could, after the season, you are granted a plane ticket to anywhere in the world, where would you go? What country?
Probably Mexico. You go sit on a beach somewhere. Or either Toronto.
Hell, you can drive there.
Yeah, or either a...
You're going just North America?
Yeah.
All right. That's fair enough. It's your call. What did you want to be when you grew up non-sports related? You've been around fields and ball and everything. Anything non-sports related you wanted to be?
You're going to laugh at this, but a mailman.
Why?
Just little kid Scooter wanted to be a mailman when he grew up.
I always wanted to do what I'm doing, but grew up farming, didn't really like the early morning and the hard work part of it, but did enjoy listening to the radio, being in and out of trucks and tractors all day. So I would listen to like Howard Stern, and then I would listen to sports talk radio the rest of the day. So I thought about, I don't know about truck driver, but something like mail, FedEx, where I could be listening to sports talk radio while I'm working.
And those people make good money, too.
And make some bank along the way. And I think I'd fill out like a UPS suit pretty good. Yeah. Brown could be my color.
There you go.
Maybe I'll have a second career and be a...
Chandler can be your holiday helper when the holidays come around.
All right, good deal. Thank you, Chandler. Finally pitching in around here. He's not listening. Let's see. Who would play you in a movie? What actor would play you?
That's a very good question. I'm a big Wahlberg fan. I like both of them. I don't know if they would necessarily fit me, but it would be fun to watch them play me.
Mark Wahlberg is Scott Rogers in. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. All right. You got anything weird in your fridge?
Weird in my fridge? If there's anything in my fridge actually right now. I don't think so. Nothing comes to mind. Hopefully nothing expired in the fridge.
What do you like to snack on?
My go-to snack is Cheddar Jack Cheez-Its.
All right. Good call. Good call. Let's see. What am I forgetting? That's all that. Who's your favorite wrestler all time?
Favorite wrestler all time would be CM Punk.
Oh, okay. Good call. What a mark. What do you think, CJ?
We share a favorite wrestler all time, then.
Nice.
See,
pipe bomb.
The summer of Punk was a fun moment in time.
That was like peak 5th, 6th grade for me, so I was locked in on that every single night it was on.
So when he delivered the pipe bomb, your mind was blown. You were like, oh my God.
Absolutely.
He can't say that.
He's saying things he can't say. Vince is going to get him. That was pretty awesome.
Don't forget the karaoke question.
Oh, yeah. Have you sang karaoke?
I have not.
Really?
No.
If you did, what song would you sing?
Ooh. That's a very good question. Probably a little Garth Brooks, maybe one of those songs. I love Luke Combs and Brett Eldridge on today's music, so maybe one
Some
of their
country.
songs. Yeah.
All right, good deal. Scooter, thank you for participating in our Q&A and also for joining us today. Feeling good about the Pirates' chances this weekend?
I do. I feel good about the Pirates the rest of the season, and they keep hitting the ball like they have been as of lately, and we keep seeing some of the arms that have come out of the bullpen as well, and get Jake Kuchmaner back into that mix. This team can make a run at the end of the year, I think.
Good deal. And at some point, Scooter, we'll talk about the Softball World Series coming back to Greenville, right?
Yep. This I believe it's the 9th through the 15th, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. The Nates were officially announced yesterday, and also...
What month? Sorry?
August.
Okay.
Yep. And Little League also announced yesterday that all the World Series tournaments will be coming back this year for age groups all the way up to 16-year-olds. So it's good to see that we're back in the normal swing of things with Little League and the World Series side. But can't wait to finally welcome the whole world to Elm Street Park this August.
That's going to be awesome. All right, Scooter, thanks, bud.
Absolutely.
We'll see you out at Clark LeClaire and hear you out at Clark LeClaire this weekend. Take a time out, come back. We'll talk some more baseball. We'll look around MLB, see what's going on there, and talk some Pirates as well with Patrick Mason from the Daily Reflector. He joins us when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. We're back with you after this.
Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above. At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh, because slice to order makes a sub above.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are 2 things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits Sports at 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware Building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Offense Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Hump Day Wednesday. Halfway through this edition of Pirate Radio Live. Coming up at 5 o'clock, Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, will join us. We'll talk Pirate baseball, see if there's any news or nuggets in football and hoops as well. Quick look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Buck. Our next guest, Patrick Mason's White Sox have a lead. Can they hold on to it and win a freaking baseball game? We'll see. They're up 6-3 in the 7th inning over the Royals. The Cardinals continue to pour it on against the Mets, 10-5 right now. St. Louis over New York in the 8th inning. Do you have a stat? Is there a stat?
No. Computer's all messed up.
Okay.
Sorry.
I
was trying to test something and it came over the wrong thing.
I'll give you some stats. The Dodgers are scoreless with Arizona in the 4th inning. All right, Patrick, White Sox up 6-3. Have they won since we last saw you?
No. Yeah, they've lost 8 straight. So
Jeez Louise. Killing me in my wins pool. That's going to wrap up here this weekend. So need them to come through and win this game. They are up right now as we play in the bottom of the 7th. Patrick, did you go to Raleigh yesterday?
I did.
So you saw the Pirates lose 12-3 to NC State. What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, I guess if you look at the score, it looks like it was a complete blowout, but it really wasn't that. I mean, I think they had 11 hits. I mean, they were hitting the ball hard everywhere. It's just, it just didn't work out. NC State can really hit, and that's what happened. It was just kind of one of those baseball games, you just kind of got baseballed to death. A lot of hard balls were caught. It's just, what are you going to do?
One of those things. In fact, I knew you were there because you and CJ were the only people asking Cliff Calvin questions after the game. There are some games where Cliff will be in a bad mood, even after a win sometimes. Like, he won't be happy with the team's performance. He certainly wasn't happy last night, but he came away with it kind of like you said, like, hey, we hit the ball pretty good tonight. If we barrel the ball like we did tonight, we're going to win some games down the road. It seemed like he had that outlook on it.
Yeah, he definitely had an outlook like that. He said, what are you going to do? You hit the ball hard. Good bullpen outing as well. For a few guys. And yeah, really, what can you be upset about when you get 11 hits and just hit the ball hard all evening?
There's going to be some runs scored this weekend when the Pirates take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. That was the case the first time when these two teams met, and even talking to the players Monday, they're expecting a lot of runs this weekend.
Yeah, that probably will be the case. And even yesterday, you get that first inning, you get the bases loaded. If you score more runs, the game goes differently. And Josh Groves, I don't know if he necessarily had a bad game. He just, for whatever reason, gives up home runs, and that's just what NC State can do well. And like you said, in the top of the first, if you score a couple more, you're right in it.
Thoughts on Ryder Giles? It seemed like an anomaly, just him coming out being the Friday night ace, and the team finally got to him on Friday in Tulane. And part of that, Ryder said, was just didn't get ahead in counts, threw too many balls. So the control factor should be there this Friday. But Is it sustainable, Ryder, being your Friday night guy for East Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess what we saw against Tulane is kind of what we expected. Maybe not expected, but we thought we might see some more. And he really didn't pitch all that bad. I mean, eventually some guys are just going to hit him. Eventually you're going to get a book on him. And he really does need to get ahead in counts, and that's when he definitely succeeds more. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, ideally, I don't know if you want Ryder Giles as a Friday night starter, but
that's where they are,
right? I mean, and he's been good in the role, so I guess you got to keep trotting him out there. But I was looking yesterday, opponents' batting average for their pitching staff, and the two guys that are holding opponents under 200 is Zach Agnos and Ryder Giles. So basically, your starting middle infield has been your most effective pitchers, which is just an odd thing to have.
Very odd year pitching wise for East Carolina. And Chandler, we were watching the game last Friday. Ryder did give up some runs, but also gave up the patented squib grounders off the bat.
Yeah,
we saw at least 3 of those. He just induces ground balls to the middle of the infield that are no problem. So he's still got that in his arsenal. And as long as he gets ahead, throw strikes, we're going to see him use his defense behind him and get plenty of outs.
For sure. And, you mentioned the bullpen, too. We saw, C.J. Boyd yesterday. And Godwin was just saying, we're trying to give some guys rest. Like Carter Spivey didn't even make the trip. Trey Savage didn't throw. And I think he's kind of eyeing that weekend series, too, knowing that it's probably going to be pretty offensive and you're going to need all your arms, So... yeah.
East Carolina right now, I still, they're outside looking in as far as an at-large goes. When you still think they have a shot as far as an at-large goes?
I think their RPI is in the low 50s.
It's 55 after last night's loss.
Okay. I don't think there's any reason to count them out necessarily right now. It'll be tough. I mean, they got to start winning some series for sure. If they lose this series or something, it'll be really tough. But I don't think there's any reason right now to say, hey, they're totally done.
Yeah, I guess you got enough games left, and the way they play in conference play typically, then they could be up there at the end of the year. We shall see. Patrick Mason joining us. Patrick, as far as the bats go, who's locked in right now for the Pirates? Who's carrying the weight offensively?
Probably. It's weird to say Zach Agnos is just hitting the ball so hard. He hit that bomb yesterday. It just clanged off of the batter's eye. That had to be 425 feet. His power showing up, but really all year it's been Lane Hoover. He's just always on base. And, that's just a perfect guy at the top of the order, really those two guys kind of set the table, and they're doing good right now.
Still need others to step up, and you just hope that Josh Moylan just goes on a tear or something. I still feel like it's possible, right?
It really is. And when he hit that sac fly yesterday, it was solid contact. It looked like it could go. It was a deep fly ball. It's just stuff like that. He's got to just get the ball in the air, barrel up some pitches, and he's a player where you look at him and go, man, if he could just, whatever he's got to do, he can just go on a tear and just carry a team.
I still think that is a possibility for him at some point this season. Patrick Mason joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some MLB. I want to ask you about the Chris Bassett complaining about baseballs after last night. You got that going on, some other stories in Major League Baseball. So we'll look around the diamond and see what's going on in the major leagues when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday after this.
Instantly. You'll get your real rate and monthly payment without even impacting your credit score. It's so simple, you might feel like you're taking the easy way out. That's because you are. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at Capital.
Your number one dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Hey Greenville, Bagel Man here with some exciting news. We are now open for dinner. This is the first time ever for dinner in our 33 years. Our entire menu is available, plus some new sandwiches like the roast beef cheddar, the Italian sub, and the meatball parm. You can also get French fries and home fries as a side for any of your sandwiches. Order online for pickup or delivery, and don't forget about our great catering. We're available 7 days a week. We can deliver or you can pick it up. Bagel Man here.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-622-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. Check out our special for new yogis, 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Unfortunately, many organizations today simply react to IT issues after the damage is done. This is known as the break-fix cycle in the tech service industry. University PC Care's Business Services Division has a better way, a proactive solution called BizCare. What's at your office? Call William at University PC Care today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, you work hard for your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. Mike Mullis joined us earlier, talked about the amount of benches clearing and things we've seen in baseball so far this year. And I checked Twitter, and guess what? We had some benches clear in St. Louis as the Cardinals and Mets kind of been going at it this week. And there was a pitch around the head of Nolan Arenado. He didn't like it. And the bench is cleared, and out they come. Buck Showalter has been fighting a lot this year, the old cranky man. But Patrick, I don't know. So the trend last week when we talked, last time we talked to you, you said that, runs were down as a whole. Runs are down and heated players are up. The brawls are up. I don't know. Have you been noticing this? Baseball?
Yeah, definitely. It's just always interesting when, bench is clear in baseball. Everyone runs out and they just puff out their chests, and then head back. But I was actually reading an interesting story about kind of why some runs are down, and it's just because at this point, teams can carry as many relievers as they want, with expanded rosters. And if that doesn't come down until the end of the month, I think they have to have like 15 or 14, and then by the end of May, it's back down to 13. So right now, you just have tons of fresh arms and guys throwing.
All right, that could certainly be a factor in that. How about what we saw with the Mets and Cardinals? Chris Bassett not blaming the opposing team for hitting Mets batters, but blaming the baseballs that they're throwing. And he says the baseballs are different, and MLB knows it, and they don't care, and they're not doing anything about it. And, I don't know. I haven't held these balls or seen if I've held these balls, but not those balls, to see if they're any different. But it sounds like just another player complaining about something. I don't know. Do you think there's anything to it when Bassett says that?
I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, everyone's got to use the same ball, right? I mean, ideally, but I guess you heard a lot of pitchers talk about last year when they banned the spider tack. Basically you were just going out there with nothing. I guess just a rosin bag, and that was kind of frustrating for them. I've heard some pitchers say like it's kind of like it's a slippery baseball. You can't really get a grip on it. So I guess I can see it from that standpoint. But at the same time, everyone's using the same ball, and at the end of the day, you're getting paid millions to throw the ball over the plate.
I know, and we kind of think you want to have the best equipment, you want to have the best show for the fans that go to the game, but we are talking about a game where the object is to throw the ball to the catcher and try to get the guy out. So whether or not you can use all that stuff, okay, fine, you can't go out there and pitch, right? Do what you're supposed to do. I don't know.
And like Garrett Cole, he's probably one of the most famous proponents of that, because when spider tack went away, he just can't throw strikes. And MLB's response to this, saying you guys can't use sticky stuff, is we're going to give you like 2 different style rosin bags for different kind of grips. And I don't know. I guess at this point you got a whole year to figure it out. I mean, you just got to figure out how to get a grip on the ball and use with what you got.
Yeah, Garrett Cole too turned into a madman after the game started 2 minutes late. You see that?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Casey and Eric Ward would never let that happen at Clark LeClaire. We're always starting the game right on time.
That's right.
So thank you, marketing people, for that. But I guess they did a ceremonial first pitch. It might have been who's the old actor that's always up in New York? Is it Billy Crystal, maybe, that was throwing out?
Sounds right.
Either way, the game started like 2 or 3 minutes late, and Cole is in the dugout whining and complaining about it.
It's crazy, because if you look at it on the flip side, if you're pitching the bottom of the first or something, and your offense goes out there for an extra 2 or 3 minutes and takes long at bats, are you going to complain then?
Exactly.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's just someone whining who just can't seem to figure it out right now.
Who was the pitcher that cut up their uniform?
Oh, that's my guy, Chris Sale.
Yes, Chris Sale.
That's right.
Was that with the White Sox?
Oh, yeah.
They were wearing some like funky...
Yeah, they were wearing a throwback uniform, and they usually do it on Sundays, but he just happened to start that day, and man, he just went... I think he went out to warm up in it and was like, I can't use this, and he went into the locker room and cut up everyone's jerseys, so they didn't have enough jerseys to play with.
So they wore... like just regular jerseys?
Yeah, they had to go back to their regular homes or whatever they were at.
He sabotaged the entire uniforms. These guys are big giant babies.
Oh yeah. He just he lost his mind.
So there you go. He's got a little personality to him. Chris Sale, what are your thoughts on him now that he's no longer on your side?
So I loved him when he was with the White Sox, but I also loved the trade too. I think it worked out for both guys. We traded him to the White Sox, so we got Yohan Moncada, Michael Kopech.
Okay.
I think some other guys here and there. But, it worked out for both teams. And I don't know, I still root for him because, like you said, he had some personality and he was fun. He had a really funky delivery.
I hadn't seen him in a while, right?
Yeah, he weighed like 160 pounds. Yeah. Looked like he was going to break in half. But
Are there any former players you don't like?
I don't know, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, no one really, offended me all that much. But, actually probably Adam Eaton, I was really glad went away.
Okay.
There's something about him, it just, and his nickname was Spanky, too, so I don't need that,
Not a fan of Spanky.
No.
Fair enough. They're showing the latest brawl from the Mets-Cardinals games, and here they come out of the bullpens. I saw somebody say that there should be like a designated area in the outfield because by the time the bullpens jog all the way in, it's kind of over anyway. They're winded from having to run that far.
That's right.
So maybe put a circle out there in center where the bullpens can meet up and go chest to chest.
Yeah, and it's funny too because they're so far away from the action. They're probably peeking through the fence, going, "Hey, you know what? I think we got to get out there.
Do we go? Do we go? Should we go?"
Yeah,
and
go.
finally, they make the decision
Open
to go.
the gate.
Looking at it right now, the Mets, who are losing today, have got off to a fantastic start and have continued that start. They are 14-5 right now, most wins in baseball. One game back of them, those pesky San Francisco Giants at it again.
Yep. And, that's a really fun team because I thought last year was a flash in the pan. I feel like I've said that before, but I thought there's no way, just with that roster, it seems like they're kind of piecing stuff together, but they just keep winning.
Kind of turned Cardinals-esque where, no matter who's on their team, who's in their lineup, they play well. Dodgers are 12-5. Padres and Rockies one of the biggest surprises, have winning records in the NL West as well. Looking at the American League, team with the most wins, Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, they can
sitting
hit.
at 12-6.
Yeah, they can certainly hit, and that's a good division to start out quick in as well.
And I kind of like that the way they've built it, and it's great for us fans my age now because I watched Dante Bichette and Vlad Sr. and Craig Biggio, so I knew all those names, and it's easy to follow. But there's something about when a team has those guys, brings them up, and kind of takes their time with them. Like, we've heard those names for a while now, but bring them up, and when they succeed, I don't know. I like it when it's organic like that, as opposed to the Dodgers just adding Turner and Freeman and Betts and things like that.
Yeah, definitely going the homegrown route has a fun thing for the fans. You can kind of get attached to some guys, and also you're just not every year just breaking out the checkbook saying, "Hey, let's go get this guy," because while that might work, there's other times it can blow up in your face. So I think if you definitely grow some guys and develop your own guys, that's a success for this term.
I guess I'll pump the brakes for now on the White Sox running away with the Central. I still think they'll win it because the team, this is a time now where the White Sox have lost how many in a row, you said?
8,
and they're still, 2.5 games back? If you're the Twins, if you're the Guardians, you got to try to separate yourself because there's going to be a stretch in June, July when the White Sox win 10, 12 division games in a row, right?
For sure. Yeah, this is the time where if you're, not the White Sox, you really got to build up a lead and get some distance. Losing 8 in a row and only to be 2.5 out. I mean, that's it makes it a little more palatable.
Looking at the West, Igoe's Mariners could be the real deal. They are a fun young team right now. And then Mike Trout, I just hope he stays healthy, puts together a generational season, and they make the playoffs. I want to see him in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he's on the way to just another great season.
He's killing it.
Yeah, he's incredible. Yeah, me too. I just want to see him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the Mariners too. 2001's the last time they've been in the playoffs, so I want to see them get into.
Do they have the longest drought in all the Big Four sports? I believe they do, right?
Yep, all professional sports. The Big Four. But 2001 is a long time.
That is. That's still crazy because I think back to Edgar Martinez doubling and Griffey scoring and them winning playoff games, and you have to go back almost 30 years when that happened.
It's crazy. It just seems like it shouldn't be possible either,
especially since they went from Edgar, Griffey, Randy Johnson to then A-Rod, Ichiro. And so they it felt like they were just going to keep being good or whatever, and they never really won anything with Ichiro there.
Yeah, right. A couple generational talents, on your team for years, and
I guess the Angels can relate.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also more head scratching too, because MLB keeps expanding how many teams get in the playoffs. So it just seems like you'd find a wild card spot eventually.
And they won a ton of games last year. In fact, I think I was saying if they were in the NL East, they would have won the division. So that doesn't help them when they're playing in the tough AL. But right now, a lot of the wins coming on the NL side of things, where you've got a ton of teams with double-digit wins, not so many on the AL side of things. Any other, trends, players, anything jumped out to you in Major League Baseball so far this year?
You know what I thought was interesting is, since the DH is universal, I thought we'd maybe see more of that, maybe more of an effect of that, and I don't think we've really seen that yet.
Yeah, it's a good point. In fact, the Braves were waiting on Ronald Acuna to join the team, which should happen very soon. But they've had issues there. In fact, it's so bad that they have Ozuna playing in the field, which he's terrible at, and Dickerson DHing. Like they haven't. We could really use a Jorge Soler or Jock Peterson right now. I know that much.
Yeah.
How about Jock the other day getting talked to by a fan, turns around like mid at bat and says something to the guy, then hits a dinger, says something to the guy, rounds the blade, touches the plate, says something. Like he went from, you know, talk about guys I didn't like. I was not a Jock fan. I thought the amount of swagger and cockiness he had did not match his production.
That's right.
When he was a Dodger, and I never liked the guy. And now he is a Braves legend for the rest of my life, I love the guy.
And he's got his, pearl necklace going and all the rest. And
just a fun. Turns out he's just like, he doesn't care. Fun guy, great on social media. Like I did a 180 on him, I gotta say.
But that's the perfect example of a player who, when he's on your team, you love him, but you hate playing against him because he just gets under your skin and just grinds on you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was like the perfect Dodger. Like he was like born on third base, thought he hit a triple kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
just a guy you love to hate.
Yeah, and but like I said, I did a turnaround on him. There's a good category for a question for a day. CJ, have you ever done a 180 on an athlete, a guy you hated that you eventually ended up liking? I'm trying to think of other examples of that for me.
Man,
here's a guy I didn't do a 180 on. I like him personality wise and everything, but I always hated Deion Sanders, mostly because he was on the Cowboys and Niners, and he was really good, and they would beat my team. But even when he joined Washington for a year, I was disgusted the entire time. Part of it was because he was like 40 years old and couldn't do anything anymore. But as a player, I never liked Deion. I do like him in his post-playing career.
I have two. One would be Kobe. Once the rivalry between the Lakers and Celtics kind of died down because the Lakers fell off in the early 2010s, I kind of grew to like him a little more. But obviously in the moment, when you see this guy who your team just can't stop and you can't win championships because of him, I mean, you don't like him. But
I get that, and I didn't have the rivalry aspect of it, and this is probably sacrilegious to a lot of people. I was never a Kobe fan.
Really?
No, I just never... I don't know. I never liked Kobe. I know he was awesome. Like, I respect the greatness, but I never rooted ever. I think it was just being a Laker. I can't root for Lakers.
I get it.
Who's the other guy?
My other one was Kurt Busch. I don't know how much you paid attention to Kurt Busch like early in his career, but he was
zero.
He was awful. I mean, everything that people say Kyle Busch is, that's what Kurt Busch used to be. He lost his ride over something he said. I don't remember what it was. And then he had to kind of figure himself back out and fix himself and come get a kind of like a restart on his career, and he's been great since then.
I did do. Here's another one. Here's a football one. Phillip Rivers.
Really?
Hated him because, he was NC State, and he was whiny, and then at some point, the whininess became funny, and it was funny that every Sunday on Red Zone, it'd be the fourth quarter, he'd have the ball with a minute left and usually throw an interception or sometimes win the game. But by the end of his career, I came to respect and almost like Phillip Rivers.
Do you remember that? I think it had to be last year, a couple years ago, where there's this awesome highlight of him where maybe he gets sacked, but he throws a touchdown pass, and the guy, or he goes to pretend to pick him up, and then just pulls his hand back.
Like I found
and then he's just yelling first down.
I kind of like that. Yeah, right in the guy's face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Phillip Rivers, I did a 180 on.
My guy was, I think, AJ Przinsky for that.
Oh,
that
man.
style.
Yeah.
But if he's on your team, you like him. But
I like him.
You wanted to throw at him kind of guy.
He was a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of did the opposite on Brian McCann, who I loved as a Brave, and I still like him, but him gatekeeping for baseball got really annoying to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Standing in front of home plate on a home run, like, I don't know, like that. Even though it was my team, like, let Carlos Gomez act like a fool if he wants to. How about don't give up a home run? How about you hit a home run in response? Don't do the I don't know. That got annoying to me.
I've done multiple 180s both ways on LeBron James. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so I've always been, I don't know if fan is the word, but like nobody has had the hype early on in his life like LeBron, and not only met the hype but exceeded the hype. He was like King James in high school on Sports Illustrated, and you know how many guys have flamed out after that's happened to them, but LeBron met and exceeded the expectations.
Bryce Harper in sort of the same vein, but he was the same way. Remember, he was in high school and he's won a couple MVPs.
Gotta respect the talent. Never been a fan, mostly because he's been in the NL East probably the whole time. But the one thing I have turned on LeBron is he's kind of always been this way, but he's very corny. He's a try-hard. He does the thing, like I said, where he opens up a book halfway through, gets somebody to take a picture of it, and like post, "I'm reading a book." Like, that is so lame. That is so annoying.
The first stint in Cleveland, then he went to Miami.
Hated him there.
Hated him in Miami or Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I liked him in Cleveland because he had an entire city he was playing for.
Right.
And he read more books in Cleveland, probably.
Probably actually read the books, though.
And when he went back to Cleveland the second time, I was a fan again. I was rooting for him to when they won that title in 2016. I was rooting for him then. And then, goes to the Lakers and kind of ruins the team on his own. And here we are.
You know who I kind of did a reverse 180 on? Kevin Garnett.
Really?
Huge fan of the big ticket in Minnesota. Rooted for him with the Celtics. But that anything is possible. And look, I wouldn't fight Kevin Garnett. He'd kick my ass. But I think he does a lot of fake tough guy things. I think part of it's manufactured with him. I don't know if he's 100% real.
What about that movie with Adam Sandler he was in? Do you see that one?
Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
What did that do with your
I'm back on board with KG.
All right, there we go.
So I'm on the seesaw.
I was gonna say.
I love some young, skinny KG. You know who their play-by-play guy was for the Timberwolves then? Kevin Harlan.
Oh, really?
And it was just him screaming, Kevin Garnett with no regard for human life. It was awesome. So yeah, I guess I'm still pro KG, but some of that stuff seemed a little fake to me.
I didn't know Kevin Harlan was. So he worked just for the Timberwolves?
He was the Timberwolves guy. This was like early KG days.
How cool must that be to have like such a great voice on your team?
Well, Dan Schulman is the Blue Jays guy, right? I want to say.
That sounds right.
Every game. So like a very recognizable voice you hear. It's kind of like the Canes had Forsland for all those years, and then he'd do national games too.
It's like Mike Breen with the Knicks.
Yeah.
That one I'd love.
Yep. Gus Johnson used to do either the Knicks or the Nets.
Oh, that dude would give you a heart attack if you had to watch him 82 games.
Yeah, no kidding. Gus doing some playoff games this year has been cool, actually. All right, that's a good topic to bring up one day. We kind of just did it there.
Yeah.
180s, one way or the other. All right, Patrick, thanks for joining us, man. Folks can check out Reflector.com, pages of the Daily Reflector. You'll be out there this weekend at Clark LeClaire. Anything else you want to plug?
No, just watching some baseball this weekend.
All right, enjoy it, and we'll see you out there. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a time out, come back. We'll see if Igoe's done any 180s on athletes. I guess I've done one on Brandon Suggs now that he's with UCF. Yeah. Sucks to say. Sucks to be me. We'll talk to Igoe and have a winner for you in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This sounds like this could be a Linkin Park song from 2002. We're back with more after this.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
The celebration is on. Save the date for Saturday, May 14th, as the town of Farmville celebrates 150 years with a black tie gala from 7 to 11 p.m. Music will be provided by the Raheem Walker Project, and dinner will be served. Tickets are $75 per person or $650 for a reserved table for 8. All proceeds benefit the Farmville Chamber of Commerce, and to purchase tickets, call 753-4671. Save the date and enjoy a night out on the town at the Farmville Black Tie Gala, Saturday, May 14th.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations, in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Anthony Scalick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel surgery, general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced and professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to ECU and Pitt County athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
In Greenville, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on, like the one who mowed your lawn that week you were sick. Well, here's another good neighbor you can count on, State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer. Timothy and his team are here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance, which can save you money and time. So combine home and auto and start the savings rolling. Call State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer at 493-0002 and start saving today.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, it is 5:06 on a Wednesday, and Stephen Igoe joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Rocking the plain black shirt today. I like the look, Igoe. Kind of cash, but also feel like you could do some serious work in that.
Yeah, this was a mixed day.
interviewed Mike Houston earlier today, wore the same outfit. Like I'm not really going into the office, but like I want to have like a somewhat professional look.
Yeah.
As I go to interview the head coach of the football team, so that's kind of what I was going for.
I hear a brand advertised for that. It's like business athletic wear or something. I don't know.
We're just making up terms as we go along now in society, so whatever works.
Chandler, you think Mike Houston busted his freaking tail during that interview?
Busted his freaking tail off.
Did you say you chatted with Coach Houston today?
Yeah.
When is that available?
Thanks for listening. It's
Never mind. I don't want to know.
It's available now. No, it's the Colors Podcast.
Freaking we have a good bunch. A really good bunch.
Great opportunity to go listen to the Voice of Colors.
Boneyardbanner.com. Rivals.com/ECU_ Mark Lindsay. A little bit for sure.
And in terms of really good bunch.
Been some good chatter and some bad chatter this week on Hoist the Colors.
There's never bad chatter on Hoist the Colors.
When I get involved,
especially regarding basketball or
Brandon Suggs.
Yes.
No, it's been a fun week. Talking hoops, talking football, talking baseball as well, and other items. But what's on the front burner right now? Obviously, baseball season. Anything basketball related going on?
ECU is continuing to recruit student athletes for the 2022-23 season.
We got to field a team.
They have to field a team. I'm hearing you could hear an announcement in the coming days in regards to the complete signing class. As it stands today, I think they're still working on finalizing some things, but they had they've already committed 5 guys publicly. And
you like their burgers?
What?
5 guys.
I honestly have never had 5 guys.
All right. Sorry.
Stay in your lane.
Carry on. I do have a question for you. Does that include portal?
Yeah, there's a couple portal kids in there.
Do you have an estimation on the number of...
Right now it'd be 2 portal and the rest freshmen or JUCO.
JUCO, okay.
So majority would be new players not from the portal, which is interesting because really you can go 2 ways, and not that this prevents them from adding more guys to the portal, but I just think they want to kind of set a base and build a foundation and then go from there. But I've still heard they're in the mix with a couple other portal kids.
So you've been updating it one by one on Hoist the Colors. You're saying this would make it official from ECU's end?
Yes, yeah. They've already gotten a bunch of signatures, but it's like they don't want to release one at a time. It's kind of disjointed. And so that, we've been covering it. We've covered all the guys that are exiting the portal into ECU or exiting ECU into the portal. We've recruited, we've covered the high school guys that ECU has recruited, and then we've covered the 1 JUCO signee as well.
I don't do it whatever way you want. No. Nothing wrong with it, nothing right with it, but I think it'd be better and make it look like a bigger deal if you announced it one by one. What's the harm of putting out a release saying Johnny Smith has committed? He's a Pirate. Let's go. Why not do that? Why put them all together?
That way you don't put any one individual above the team.
Oh, God forbid.
My God.
Yeah.
My
it's just
God.
simpler.
I know, and that is why we're where we are. It's simpler. Let's do the easy. Let's take the easy way out. Let's mix it up. Let's do something different.
Calm down, man. First of all, if you want to get that information one by one, just come to hoistthecolors.net, as we've done this entire time.
You know what? You probably shouldn't do that because you're hurting feelings.
We provide a service for diehard Pirates who want to know what's happening day by day and not at the conclusion of a gathering process such as a recruiting class.
Do you know how many feelings you hurt each and every day by posting that stuff?
You're killing the program.
Yeah. I'm hurting people's families.
Oh, my God.
Families. I should have saved that for my rant. I'm not that fired up about it, but again, I don't see why we can't just put out a cool graphic officially from ECU for each guy.
Well, maybe tomorrow or whenever this happens, they put out an indivial graphic for each player.
Fair enough.
Don't they do that for football?
Yeah, and I would expect something similar for basketball.
I get it. That's fine. Whatever.
Speaking of the message boards and stuff, have you made has Hoist the Colors made that Twitter account lately? I know they did one time.
The message board geniuses.
Yeah, we made it twice. We made it something about NC State and
giving a certain part of your body to beat NC State next year.
Yeah.
And there was another one that we were up there for. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, not anytime recently. But that's also because football season has ended, and for the most part, people have come back to earth or like close to earth. During football season, people go into a different stratosphere, and it's just like these guys lose their minds, and that's what being a fan's all about. Yeah, that's what being a fan's all about, though.
Yeah,
and there's a reason.
I think that happens with baseball some too. Maybe not on Hoist the Colors, but generally because the expectations are the highest for baseball.
There's definitely been overreaction to baseball because, like, a lot of casual fans or fans that don't really know baseball just. Like they look at a game like yesterday and say, "Oh, we suck. We got killed by NC State." When in reality, like 2 different line drives get through instead of call it, and it's a much different game. ECU doesn't put in C.J. Boyd down 7-5 or whatever in the 7th inning if the game is that close. So things got away late. Had some tough breaks. Obviously, pitching's got to improve. You can't go out there and give up 6 runs in the first 2 innings and have a chance. But I thought really the offense gave itself a chance. It's just they had some unlucky breaks too.
And that happens in the game of baseball. East Carolina will take on Cincinnati this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We are expecting runs in that one, Igoe. Cincinnati can hit.
Cincinnati cannot pitch. Yeah, they got like 2 or 3 good pitchers, and then there's a major drop-off. And I think they lost 2 out of 3 to South Florida. One of those games, they gave up like 19 runs or something like that. And South Florida I would classify as a pretty average offense. But Cincinnati always plays ECU tough. Now, historically, they play them really tough on the road in terms of at Cincinnati. And so now that this is at home, you feel good about it. But still, they're entering this series 1 game out of first place. So they're going to be extremely motivated. I mean, if they come in here and win the series, they could be tied for first. So it's another opportunity for ECU to potentially separate itself if they can take care of business, at least win the series. I don't want to say expect a sweep, but if you're ECU, you would like to sweep at least one of these home series down the stretch to gain more ground on Tulane and UCF, especially with them playing each other.
And did you say, you tweeted earlier, was it D1 Baseball that puts out the projections, and you said ECU and Tulane keep switching out for like the last 4 out, last team out? The literal last team?
The first team out.
Like
the last team out?
First team out.
First team out, yeah. It's ECU, Tulane.
That'll be the last team in, first one out.
Yeah.
So ECU is that close, though, in their projections to being an at-large?
Yeah, that's what they've said the past 3 weeks. Basically, whatever team is in second place in the American they've had is the last team out. See, to me, and they've got like another Big Ten team in, which I think Big Ten might be higher than ASC and RPI. But
is Rutgers still leading the Big Ten?
I think they've fallen off a little bit, but I don't know. I honestly just haven't been. It's very similar to like MLB. Like when the Mariners are doing good, I'm watching every game. When ECU is in the regional hosting hunt, I'm looking at every team's regional hosting hunt.
Same way.
I'm locked in. Like right now, I'm looking more. If they continue to sit on this bubble, I'll look very hard at the rest of the bubble teams as we get closer to the end of the regular season. Honestly, it's just not worth the time right now. Like if ECU gets swept this weekend, what was the point? If they go out and sweep, win 15 games in a row, they're probably in. So I'm just going to give it a little more time and we'll start really diving into, hey, here's what they need to do to get in. Here's who they're competing against. Bottom line is they need to win. They can't lose another series, I think.
Remember that one time that I kept up with like every team that was around East Carolina, and I did it for like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's the hardest work I've ever done in my life.
Man, but it's kind of fun.
I know, yeah. When you got something to be excited about, it is fun keeping up with that stuff. We keep backing into conversations, and a moment ago we did the athletes you've done a 180 on, good or bad. A guy you didn't like, and then by the end of his career you did, or a guy you liked, and by the end of his career you didn't. Does anybody? I'll let you think about it for a minute. We can take a break.
Yeah,
but we'll come back. We'll talk about that and talk about more going on with ECU athletics with Stephen Igoe from Hoist the Colors. Chan Man's here, the content junkie Shirley Rhodes. We're back with you after this.
Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. My fearless baseball predictions are next.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Breaking ball, he swings and drives it to deep right field. Renfroe going back, track, wall, it's a grand slam! Cedric Mullins. Last year against lefties, 9 homers. There is number 1. He clears the bags and gives the Orioles a 4-2 lead in the second.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
It's just good to be talking baseball in April. Not that many days ago, we didn't know if there was even going to be a season. So here goes with my predictions. In the National League East, my pick is Philadelphia. Sorry, Braves fans, but you'll make the playoffs. In the weak National League Central, my pick is St. Louis. And in the West, I'm sticking with the Dodgers. In the American League, let's go up north and take the Toronto Blue Jays. In the American League Central, it's the White Sox all the way. They should dominate a weak division. And out west, it's Dusty Baker's Astros. I like the White Sox to win the American League pennant and beat the National League Dodgers in the World Series. Take that, Cubs fans. Sox manager Tony La Russa will be 78 years old in October when he brings the championship to the South Side. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Chandler's got a pep in his step here as we come back from timeout, asking me 100 questions. Igoe, yesterday, did you listen to the clip of Bryce Williams?
I haven't. I need to.
You about knocked your drink over. That could have been.
Are you just feeling overreaction Wednesday or something?
Yeah, it's all fake.
That's a little unnecessary.
Are you trying to break? I'm going to
Like,
tell Troy
very
that
unnecessary.
You're throwing these expensive headphones around.
All right, so not only are you a jerk, you're a snitch. Wow. All right.
I'm just trying to.
You know what snitch?
Trying to watch out for the equipment.
Shirley, do you have all those clips loaded? You want to run through it with Igoe real quick?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, look. We can do it.
Wait, no, hold on.
He was out
You're
there.
talking about the ones from Bryce yesterday? I'm going to need a minute because I had to
Oh,
reboot the computer.
Shoot, never mind. Yeah, it's a lot of clips. If you can do it, do it. If not, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, let's go with this, Igoe. Athlete, you've done a 180 on, positive or negative.
I hate to piggyback off yourself, but definitely negative to more positive. It was Phillip Rivers, because as a Broncos fan, like, he was such a punk at the beginning of his career, waving bye-bye to Cutler when they beat him in the season finale one year.
He was always kind of a punk.
Yeah, he definitely was. But, like, eventually it grew on you. Mainly it started to grow on me when the Broncos consistently beat him.
That helps.
Because, like, he would eat it after a game, and he would still get out there. You could tell he was just competitive. And, you know, when you're younger, you don't really understand. That's just part of his persona, competitiveness. And then as you get older, you're kind of like, all right, this dude's just competitive as hell.
Yeah.
That's just how he does it. So, like, by the end of his career, I respected him. And when he left the Chargers for the Colts, you know, I wish he would have stayed a little longer.
Well, I just thought of another quarterback that's tied a lot with Rivers, and that's Eli Manning. A lot of mine seem to be post-retirement, too, because obviously I couldn't pull for him, just like you couldn't root for Rivers, I guess, until he was on the Colts, and you probably still didn't like him. But Eli has been so awesome in the Peyton Eli stuff. I went from picking on him, hating on him, laughing at him, to now he is like, now I want to hang out with him. Like,
right.
I want him to be my best friend. I want to be my best man at my next wedding.
There's going to be a next?
No, there's not. All right.
And the one I've done a 180 the other way on, I used to like Jose Altuve when he first came up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like, he was like the short kid who everybody underestimated. You know, just hit the baseball. Then the Astros got really good. Started disliking him. Then the whole scandal came out, and now I just can't stand him.
Yeah.
He's my least favorite baseball player of all time.
That's a good call. So you got all of them, Shirley? That was fast.
Yeah, I got all of them,
12?
including a couple that were listed and we didn't include. So I threw those in there.
A little bonus.
I don't even have the names in front of me, so just hit them. Just go ahead.
These are not in the same order that they were yesterday,
Okay,
just so
this
you
is
know.
going to be even more difficult. Igoe, this is 2014-15 ECU football. So go ahead.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Man, it is what it is. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do.
That's
and
Carden.
that's fine.
All right,
obviously.
that was an easy one. Hit the next one, Shirley.
Okay, let's go defense.
I wouldn't necessarily say concerns. They're a good offense. They're going to do some things to us that we're going to have to be there mentally and physically. Make sure we're focused at all times. But we've been watching film.
DB.
There's nothing that I said we can't adjust to. So we'll just have to make sure we're focused and we'll be able to do it.
Defensive back.
I feel like I can. Safety.
Yeah. In fact, Bryce had the guy. He just couldn't think of he got him. He remembered the name.
Oh, man. 2014-15. Not Lamar Ivy. Just give it to
Is he in the CFL? Deshaun Amos.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely.
I thought he was a
now.
cornerback.
He was more of a nickel crossover.
Okay.
But yeah, probably more of a corner.
All right, Shirley.
All right. Okay.
They looking pretty good. James still trying to get the hang of the offense, but he doing real good out there. And Blake Kemp doing pretty good too.
Daquan Barnes.
No. And that is what Bryce said.
Bryce thought it was too.
That sounds just
It
like
does
him.
sound just like taco meat on my chest.
Taco meat on my chest.
Wow. Same
All right,
position.
Put that back in.
They looking pretty good. James still trying to get the hang of the offense, but he doing real good out here. And Blake Kemp doing pretty good too.
What if I mislabeled?
Yeah, what if that is Daquan Barnes?
Taco wasn't there in 15, was he? I think it was before that.
Taco me on my chest.
I think he was there.
All right. Well, maybe I labeled it wrong in 2015.
Or maybe this person's the one that said taco meat on my chest.
Nah, that was definitely Barnes.
So who is this?
That is Quay Johnson.
Yeah, that is Quay, actually.
Okay, good.
They just sound a lot alike.
They do. You're right.
Little taco meat on my chest.
Hit another one, Charlie.
I'd probably say, about a C.
B. Jones.
Brandon Jones, offensive line.
Average.
All right, hit another one, Charlie.
It's gonna be fun. We in the thick. I mean, everybody gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud with them, screaming too. Like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. You ready for this? I am.
That is a great soundbite by a forgettable player.
Yeah.
Linebacker,
edge rusher,
outside linebacker, edge rusher.
Giannis Bowden?
Nah, I don't even know other ways to describe. Was his number in the 40s, maybe? 48.
It was 48.
I don't know why.
Reese Falls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, that was good on
48,
us there,
yeah, 48.
to know the number, and then you know who we're talking about.
I would have never got it off the voice.
That's a great clip. Shirley, when you update the intro to Pirate Radio Live again, can you put some of that in there? All right, hit another one.
Well, as in the past, I think
Mr. Kirk Dahl.
Yes, sir. Kirk Dahl. I go nailed that one. All right, next.
Yeah, I look up to Zeke. Zeke is like a big brother to me. He helps me out in many ways. So
it's got to be a young inside linebacker.
If it takes special teams, that's what I'm gonna do.
DeVaris Brunson.
That's Brunson. And you mentioned him a moment ago. Huge fan of it. I thought he was going to be the next big thing. He got hurt, right?
He had like 2 knee surgeries. I mean, he was a special teams demon, similar to Zeke.
Yep.
Which is why when he mentioned him and mentioned special teams, he just kind of clicked.
All right, Shirley, next.
Okay.
I can't say that where I wanted to be. I've been pleased with the I've thought the last month or so they've.
John Wiley.
John Wiley.
Hit the start again, Shirley.
I can't say that where I want them to be. I've been pleased with their.
Do we got any more? We
got one more.
All right.
Oh no, 2 more. I'm sorry.
Three.
They
just keep popping up.
Wait, I think I.
Do we have 4?
7.
Oh, we gelling pretty good. We getting everything in place. When we first started camp, it was more so of our first time being together since the spring, and like you said, we have a bunch of young guys, and some of them first time being here was this camp. So I mean, I feel like from where we started to where we are now, I think I'm very confident in my guys, and I feel like we're gonna be very dominant.
All right, say what Bryce said. Say what Bryce said yesterday.
Is that Red?
Do you know who Red is?
Is that Red?
Is that Red?
No, I don't know who Red is.
Krishan Rose.
Oh, wow.
Called him Red.
I do kind of remember him now as some guys would call him Red.
Underrated Pirate defensive player.
Yeah, I totally forgot about him, period. Like, he wasn't even coming to my mind. I was thinking, like, Dimitri McGill and all those dudes, Terrell Stanley. But Rose was solid.
He was. He was a good player on the line.
And now he's a DJ or something?
Go-go music.
Go-go music.
Whatever that is in D.C. Shirley, next.
Game tackling, that's something we've been working on, getting to the ball, stripping it. That's something we talked about after that game because we felt like it was unacceptable for us not to get a turnover that game. So that's something we've been working on.
Lamar Ivy.
You already said him, yep. Any more, Shirley?
One more.
All right.
Definitely bulking up, trying to get better at my pass protection.
Nah, we already played
what
that.
What can I do better to help the team?
Oh, okay, that's it.
No, we didn't. I'm sorry, but that's the easy one. Hit it again.
Bulking up, trying to get better at my pass protection. What can I do better to help the team? And what can I do better, to help my old line look good and protect my
Breon Allen.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, first when he said that, I was thinking offensive line because he was like pass protection, bulking up.
You don't want to know lineman with a voice like that, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right, fun game. You did pretty well, Igoe, especially just off the cuff there.
Yeah. But I was disappointed. I whoever the second guy was. Quay Johnson.
Bryce didn't get Quay until he got some hints, and
he thought it was Daquan Barnes.
Yeah, because they sound a lot alike.
I want to say he got everybody else eventually, right?
He kind of struggled with Ivy. No, I think he got Lamar because he said, "Is that Ivy?"
He said, "Is that Bronson?"
Bronson.
He said, "Is that
Bronson.
red?"
I think you did have to help him out with Ivy, though.
Yeah, maybe you're right. And we were trying to. Ivy's the one that ran into Rick Smith, right, and broke his arm or whatever. Yeah, remember that from practice.
The man, it's crazy. The good days when we used to be able to literally talk to any player we wanted to, and I think most programs have kind of shut that down over the years. And if you went on coaches alone, I feel like I would just crush it because we talk to coaches a lot now, but players it's almost foreign.
Yeah,
how we used to talk to them, and now we only get them in kind of a group setting.
So back then, did you go up to the player, or did you have to go through Tom and say, "Hey, I want this guy"?
You
always had to go.
Yeah, we would go through Tom and just be like,
You email beforehand
after practice, and then they would just bring you the player. You could get them one-on-one.
I remember it used to be a free-for-all, Igoe, and then they separated it to offense, defense, and now it is what it is today. But it used to just be say you're 5 guys. Yeah, we'd have a ton of audio on our pregame show.
And it was good because, you guys got your own stuff. We all interviewed Shane Carden together because, there's no sense in him getting 15 different interviews.
Yeah.
But, Lamar Ivy. If I wanted to do a story on Lamar Ivy in his pick or some big play the week before, I would talk to him one-on-one, have that kind of exclusive, and then you guys would have a one-on-one with, DeVaris Brunson about his growth on, special teams behind Zeke. So you got different stuff, but now everything is so kind of streamlined.
I need to find the interview where Rocco walked out.
That was the best. And two, we had situations like that, and we're not the type of media we're not in the SEC. We're gonna call out a dude for walking out.
Yeah,
we just said he didn't like a question, so he and we understood why.
Yeah,
because he got asked about it 3 times in a row by the same person.
Well, I asked him about
it was a dropped interception,
a drop in a pick against South Carolina. He answered it, gave a great answer. And we were all kind of
moving on.
We moved on to the next thing, and our buddy Mark wanted to hear a little bit more.
Rocco a little bit.
So what happened on that play?
Rocco a little bit. I'm not sure if you knew.
I think he just
did drop.
So you just dropped it?
A pass to you. You are defensive. That it would have been an interception. You dropped it. Therefore, it was a missed opportunity there a little bit for sure. And by the time he got done with his question, Rocco was probably gone in the locker room taking a shower.
I still remember Mark's face as he just walked away.
I can see it on your face.
I can see it on your face a little bit.
Just holding the recorder He used to do that?
Well, didn't he kind of show up to the huddle late, or
no? He was there the whole time.
Wow, see that's
he did not get the situational awareness that we all got our soundbite about Rocco dropping the pick, and
didn't you move on?
And we got it, and now let's go to the next thing.
And we were wanting to talk to Rocco more about the fact that he was playing a lot.
He had a good game that game, if I recall.
Just dropped a pick,
but had a crucial drop, so we had to ask him about it. We did, but anyway. One of those things. All right. Anything on the football front, Igoe, while we're talking football?
Not too much.
Seems like the pendulum has swung towards CJ maybe returning than not returning, or where are we at?
I would say more towards returning, but I asked Mike Houston about it today, and he was pretty stern in his response that CJ, which you can listen to it, by the way, on the Hoisted Colors podcast, which Chandler knows all about. CJ basically has had this.
You're gonna fluff Josh Graham more on this one?
This list of items that he needs to accomplish to be considered for reinstatement, and that is still an ongoing process. And until those items are met, he will not be considered. And then I asked, well, is there a ideal time frame for reinstating him? And he basically said, well, ideally this would already be cleared up, but if he wants football to be important or whatever, he's got to do those things quickly. And so I got the sense that there could be a decision made one way or the other quickly.
Man, week 1 is going. Did you have something on that, Chandler?
I was just going to say it. So it sounds like the due date for this was kind of on CJ, and he's kind of lagging behind on his. He's kind of taking his time on getting back on the team. He was given the opportunity to come back and take care of those items, and he's just not.
Either that, or for whatever reason, it's just taking him longer than anticipated. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know without knowing the full story. I mean, we know that obviously there was a incident that led to the eventual suspension, but there were also things leading up to that. So I think in May we'll know something one way or the other. I mean, if you don't know by May, that's when your whole team gets in. He's got to make a decision. The other thing, too, is the transfer portal deadline, I think, is May 1st.
May 1st.
So you have to enter the portal by May 1st to be eligible for the next season without a waiver. So if you're CJ, I mean, you hold on past May. Obviously, his goal is to make it back to ECU football, but he's got to meet those things to be back. So I still lean towards he will eventually be given the chance to be reinstated in terms of, hey, if you meet this criteria, you're going to be reinstated. Then you have to work your way up the depth chart, earn back the respect of your teammates, etc. But he's got to meet all those things that he has to do.
Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, joining us. I was just going to say, and we'll talk about it a lot between now and then, but week 1 is like the build-up to that state game. If the Pirates win, the expectations are going to be through the roof for the season to go undefeated. If the Pirates lose, I hope it's not going to be a complete meltdown and you realize you have 11 games left. But
they're going to be dogs by at least 7.
I just feel like there's going to be a lot of that game's going to have a lot of pressure. Really, there should be more pressure on NC State.
Yeah, I mean, literally, they just got ranked in our top 10.
I don't want to sell it as let's go out and give it the college try. Mike Houston has built the team. He's had time. This is, you think about his first game ever as a Pirate coach against NC State. He took his wounds in that game. Well, now he's got a team ready to play against those guys.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing at home. If this was on the road, I think you would expect, obviously the team's always going to expect to win, but if you're an EC fan, you got to have realistic expectations, and it's going to be tough to go into Carter Finley and beat a top 15 team on the road. But the fact that you're opening with them, you've got an experienced team, they're coming into your house in what should be the best environment in 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, I think ECU fans and the team should expect to compete and win this game.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you lose, it's not the end of the world, and fans need to realize that. But you should go into this game at home expecting to defend your home turf. I don't see any problem with that expectation. Or that hope.
Yeah,
I think it's a fair assessment.
What do you think of? We're about to let you get out of here, so switching gears. What do you think of Russell Wilson in his Broncos uniform?
Looks sharp.
I just hate those uniforms. I hate that stripe.
Well, that swoosh is so 1990s, and if that. I mean,
it looks so much cooler if it was just like 2 or 3 orange stripes or something. I don't know.
They need to redo it. I mean, it's such a big swoosh. They need to go with some sort of hybrid throwback / new school look. Their color rush jerseys are sweet because it's the orange and it's just got the little thing around the shoulder. No swoosh. Orange pants with the stripe, and it's multiple stripes. And then they got the navy helmet with the throwback navy logo. Not like the stupid royal blue. Yeah. So I think there's going to be at some point an official switch to that style, especially with new ownership coming in. But I think it'll happen next year.
What's it feel like just to have one position change on your team and to have hope? That's got to be pretty cool.
It feels incredible.
I wish I could feel that way.
Honestly, the draft, I don't care about the draft.
That's what made me think about it. What are the Broncos going to do in the draft? Does it matter? They got Russell Wilson.
We got Russell Wilson. So, honestly, I'm usually reading the last 5 years, every mock draft, this is more exciting than the actual season. Now it's just I don't even care. Who are they going to get at number 64 overall? Some backup right tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, just give me the season at this point.
All right, Igoe, good stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoyed it.
Check out the Hoisted Colors podcast for the full interview with Mike Houston.
I did a 180 on this interview. It didn't really like you when you came in, but as you leave, I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I did the opposite.
We didn't even talk about the Mariners.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to ruin the mojo.
All right, fair enough. I understand that. Shirley Rhodes, let's open up the booty bag and make somebody a winner.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. What do you want to give away today?
I am going to give away a double prize today.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. So I'm going to give away. You're welcome. Lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. I'm also going to throw in 4 tickets
Let's do a slow
to the ECU Cincinnati game Friday night Thanks to our friends over at David Price Construction. They gave us 4 tickets for Friday night's game. Also lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. Caller 12 is who I'm looking for.
Golly, prize here on a Wednesday. Double your pleasure. Double your...
Call right now, Carlsbro!
God.
You just blew so many radios out of so many cars.
All right, 317-1250. We're back with more after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pestech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pestech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Mike Mayo of Greenville. Picked up our big prize pack today. He got lunch for two, courtesy of Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. It is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. And he also got 4 tickets, thanks to David Price Construction, 4 tickets to the ECU Cincinnati game coming up on Friday night. So he gets that big prize pack inside our booty bag. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, some extra mayo for Mike today.
Big win for Mike Mayo.
We ain't holding the mayo.
Don't hold it.
Do you like mayo?
Love it.
I do too.
I lick the mayo off my knife when I make a sandwich.
What?
That's a little much.
I don't like mayo at all.
Would you like to see Chandler? Would you like to see Chandler licking mayo off a knife, Shirley?
No, because I got food poisoning from bad mayonnaise when I was in college, and I didn't eat it. I haven't eaten it since.
You know, Chandler, some people make other people pay for that.
I'll have to check into that.
The OnlyFans account?
Yeah, try Only Mayo fans.
Or Cameo, he'll do it on that as well.
Hey, happy birthday, Sally. This is for you.
And now we get a visual.
We have some old Duke's mayo
from the the Duke Mayo's Classic. That was my kind of party.
Would you?
What's going on?
We got it 3 times.
What's better than a turkey sandwich with some mayo?
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. But we had ECU App State, we had Clemson, Georgia, and the Duke Mayo Classic kickoff. Then you had the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I can't get enough of it.
All right. Have you ever had a banana sandwich with mayo?
Banana and sugar?
No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. I did not put sugar on mine.
Slice up the banana and go mayo and peanut butter.
Yeah. Boy, Shirley's puking in there. Hey,
bananas and peanut butter, I'm down with. You throw the mayo in there, it's just blech.
Let's ask our Filipino Havlakian Yinzer.
Havlakian.
You a mayo guy?
Yeah. Not quite to the level of Chandler, but yeah. Never seen anybody go to bat so hard for mayo.
I grew up in a Miracle Whip household.
See, that is a shame. That is a shame.
It is pretty gross.
It's probably the one mistake my parents made raising me.
Aren't you a Washington fan?
True.
Here's another mistake they made. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Chandler.
I'm just kidding.
Good one. We were talking earlier about athletes we did a 180 on, good or bad. Mike says, athlete I didn't like but ended up being a fan of, Draymond Green.
Yeah.
He is a polarizing figure. I've kind of gone up and down with Draymond Green.
His insight, he goes a lot on Inside the NBA now. I don't know if you see that, but
he also just tweets about what's happening in games while he's still playing, which is not normal for an athlete to do.
It's very odd, but it feels very unbiased when he does it.
Yeah.
Here's another one that we've mentioned before in the past recently. Pat Beverly.
Yeah. Kind of depends on what team he's on.
When he was on the Clippers, when he was the favorite with the Clippers, and then now he's the underdog.
When he's an underdog, he is a lot. And I think that's why I'm kind of liking Draymond, because when the Warriors are winning 80 games in the regular season or whatever, it's hard for me to pull for a front runner like that. But when they are now kind of returning to glory, and Draymond's older, Steph's are older, Clay's healthy and older, it's easier to root for Draymond. So I think I'm on board with him this year.
I think another one I'd put out, actually 2, Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. I think
I've never been a Kyrie guy.
Yeah, I was a Kyrie guy. I don't know if I've ever been a Ben guy really, but I was a Kyrie guy. But Ben Simmons, now it's just even worse. Go to work, dude.
Go to work.
Another one I had was, we had an intern here named Travis, great sports guy, knew a lot, and I came to respect his sports opinions. One year I was playing fantasy basketball, This is around 2000. What year did the Bobcats and the Heat play and the Magic play in the playoffs? Chandler, you were a young buck. Do you remember that?
I do not.
All right. Anyway, I was playing fantasy basketball. One of my best players was Dwight Howard. And he was like, Dwight Howard is the worst. I guess it was 2010 when the Magic went on to go to the finals, right? Or one of those years. Anyway, he said he's the worst, and I was like, why? What's wrong with Dwight Howard? He's like, he complains, he's phony, he's soft. I was like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Who is this young kid trying to tell me about a guy? So then I actually watched Dwight Howard, and I realized that he is literally the worst.
12-pack of Charmin Ultra Soft.
And I ended up hating him. And it started with Travis telling me to just watch him for a little bit, and I did. And I really turned on him quickly.
So you're telling me that you had a guy on your fantasy team, and you let a kid finally get you to watch him and realize that you were wrong and the kid was right?
So you didn't even know who you drafted?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Shameful.
Hey, he gave me fantasy. Look, I can separate fantasy from reality. I can draft Cowboys. It doesn't mean I'm rooting for them, but if they happen to score points, that helps me out.
Now, can you do a 180 once that person leaves the sport?
That's kind of what I've done with Eli and Dion. So, yeah.
Okay. Because then I have two.
Okay.
One was Derek Jeter. Because as a Red Sox fan, I could not stand Derek Jeter.
So why do you like him now?
I like him. Well, one, because he's not playing on the Yankees anymore.
Oh.
And two,
you like him because he's just done with baseball.
Well, yeah, that too. But no, you can look back on his accomplishments and go, okay, you know what? You got to give the guy credit.
Oh man, I've gone the opposite way. I think he's got too many accomplishments.
Well, I mean, he's I guess you could say a somewhat polarizing figure, depending on how you view his career. And the other one was before he was tragically killed, Dale Jr. I mean, not Dale Jr., Dale Sr. Mm-hmm. I was not a NASCAR. I'm not a NASCAR fan. My mom is. My mom was a rabid Jeff Gordon fan, and Jeff Gordon fans and Dale Sr. fans were not friends most of the time. So I kind of by proxy I ended up hating the guy. But after he was tragically killed, you go back and you look at what he did, because I always thought he was arrogant.
Yeah.
When I see him when I saw him on interviews and things like that, I was like, man, you are one arrogant somebody.
Yeah,
but,
you're right. That
but he earned that Intimidator, nickname. But I could not like the guy. There was something about him that I did not like.
Yeah, the Jeff Gordon-Dale Earnhardt rivalry was huge. I think people kind of have rose-colored glasses looking back at it, and they kind of think, oh, everybody loved Dale like all the time. No, he was not liked very much.
That happens in everything, all walks of life.
Yeah.
People that people hated when they were alive, now they're dead.
I think it kind of happened with Kobe too.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. Well, even the Jeff Gordon, was it Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson for a time there? Who was Jimmy Johnson's biggest rival?
Probably that.
Yeah, because there was a big. I remember Jimmy Johnson getting a lot of the hate. Mm-hmm.
People hated him because he was boring, right? Like he was nothing.
Yeah,
pretty much.
No character, but he won all the time anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, NASCAR was built on a lot of the character guys,
right?
But they were very good drivers.
Our buddy, halftime Steve Fuller, I hope he's still listening to the show.
I hope he's still with us.
I hope he's still with us too. And he is. But I think he made a 360 this year when it comes to Hornets basketball. He started out hating Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, as we all did.
And then I stayed there. I never made a 180. But he actually liked him at one point and then hated him again. So a complete 360 for Steve Fuller.
We got to take our final timeout. Redbeard says, I don't care what you all do, but I need more Chandler doing cop Mully. Officer Mully.
You have the right to remain silent. But
really?
You do not have the ability.
A 85 and a 55?
Come on, son.
Just go ahead. You don't have your license? Hey, Hey, I'm going to pull you to the side. Step out of the vehicle.
Come here, son.
I'm going to pull you to the side. He has side conversations with all of his people.
Really? I mean, you look, you got kids out here, and it's a 35, and you're in your Lamborghini going 75 trying to impress the lady. Really?
Son, sometimes you got to know when to make the call to the bullpen. Or in this case, an Uber.
You just blew a .28, son. You are blackout. Really?
You got a higher blood alcohol content level than Max Scherzer's ERA. All right, let's go to break. More on Chandler. I'll just stay in my lane. This is Chandler's thing. We're back after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
We have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green, and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Stephen Igoe. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on HoistTheColors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. As we close out the show, let's take a quick look at your stock market. The Dow was up 61 points at 33,301. The Nasdaq was down a point at 12,488. The S&P was up 8 at 4,183. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in. Here's Clip.
Wrapping it up on a Wednesday. We'll be back with you Thursday, 3 o'clock, NFL Draft Day. I got a full front and back of NFL Draft prop bets that I need to figure out for the draft party Thursday night. We'll talk about that with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadeau. He'll join us for the first time since college basketball season to talk NFL Draft. Got that. The voice, Jeff Charles, Troy D, and a lot more coming your way Thursday, 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live. For Chan Man, Content Junkie, Shirley Rhodes, and the crew here at Pirate Radio, I'm Clip Rock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville.